this, put this. I want to try all these outfits. Get this stuff here. Organize us. At least now I have space to walk. And then now I can close the door as well. There's big changes. I put that all the way there. I bring that one here. The other one. I have these boxes I need to organize. I need to organize these. I need to organize these guys. And I also want to go through this one on the table. And not just organize them. Oh, and this did fall on me. And now it's worth to be the organized. And that stool was here. I put it down there, the blue one. Oh, what is full now? You're gonna vacuum all the things now. I need to clean the shoes. Turn all these. Boom. What is that? What did it fall? I heard something. Oh, really? The glue is not strong? It did fall. Whatever. Let me get... Hold on. Get the microphone thing. Oh. Whoa. It's a lot of them. Now the bags for cameras, everything. I want to go through them. I didn't take my vitamins or supplements yet. They're clean. I let this on air. Get my second cup of coffee. Watermelon as well. Then this orange, and I'll perfect. This is still charging, so I'll let it sit here and charge and get that.
Yes, that's true. National Cheeseburger Day is celebrated every year on September 18th, and many fast food chains offer special deals like discounts, buy one get one free, or very low prices. These promotions are usually app exclusive or for loyalty program members, so it's a good idea to check your favorite restaurants' apps for the specifics.
Did you hear that? It's September 18th. Oh, hold on. Whoa. Is that better now? I don't know. So that's what Gemini say. National. Then I ask.
Offers that aren't available to regular customers. Ready.
Okay. So you have to have that loyal member with the restaurant you like, or he say you can expect deals on various burger at major chain like McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, and a smash burger. The specific kind of burger depends on the promotion, like a double cheeseburger or a bacon burger. So checking that on September 18th will show you exactly which burger you can get for discount. September 18th. Now we are, let's go to TikTok. Here we go. Ashley Trevino.
Y'all tried messaging everywhere that I go eat at. Lawsuit if they deny me business. You do know that, right?
I don't know that.
That is a civil lawsuit if you deny somebody business. If I didn't do shit wrong. And remember, I got money. Y'all tried messaging Louis Vuitton. Y'all tried messaging everywhere that I go eat at. I'm a fucking paying customer. That's a lawsuit if they deny me business. You do know that, right? That is a civil lawsuit if you deny somebody business. If I didn't do shit wrong. And remember, I got money. Y'all tried messaging Louis Vuitton. Y'all tried messaging every. You're so cute. I hope you see this.
She's live now? No, she's not.
And Bonnie. You're so cute. I hope you see this message. You're so cute. Oh, thank you. I see it.
We'll see what to cook with what I have. strawberry to make that smoothie. The freezing banana. Oh, whoa, whoa. They are harsh like a bones. What is that? Hmm.
Why are you so mad? I don't understand.
Whoa. Well, I guess we'll go with the pasta. Oh, folks. Alright, let's find out what I can eat. A milk here. Hold on. This is for in my shoes. All right, clean the shoes. Wow, disrespectful. why we are in their business from the first place. Just because I watched it once since yesterday, keep TikTok so just for me over and over and over and over and over.
People get depressed, you know.
Wow.
Why are you so mad? I don't understand.
I don't understand why she don't want her daughter to work. I'm confused. Make no sense. I don't understand her point. I don't know why this is blurry. I think this is need to be cleaned. How about now?
You see, the more at peace you become, the less you...
Let's go.
I saw a post that...
How many of you guys are obsessed?
I think it's not about the mental health, it's the evidence as well. There's just not enough evidence. It just doesn't make sense.
Have you ever just woke up in the morning and said, you know what? I know
You're
I'm living a
second.
toxic relationship because I know
Let's go into the refrigerator now.
altogether. I'm not feeling right. But yet again, it's going to have to be all about my
Oh, that's too big for the refrigerator. Ah!
Ever felt like you're caught in this love bombing, this trauma loop, the just constant reminiscing, and you've gone to therapy, and you've tried medication, and you've tried all these things, and it's not helping. I'm going to tell you my opinion of that. I'm a retired psychotherapist, psychologist for 30 years. I no longer do that. I do trauma coaching primarily through therapy. It works, guys. It works because it's that subconscious mind. That subconscious mind is what you run on 95% of the time. And it is also the part that contains your habits, your feelings, your thoughts, your beliefs, your phobias, your fears, your everyday stuff that you do every single day on that automatic.
Whew.
And when you
Okay, واخري حتى يتجوز واخري الكاميرا يعني واخري ابن بخاف داعي اسويها واخري الله
استغفر الله العظيم. Too much. Okay. Okay, I don't understand. Why is keeps just from I don't want to watch them.
Let's say Patrick Clancy. Let's say Patrick Clancy killed his kids. He's never going to get convicted.
The reason Patrick Clancy is never going to get convicted is because the prosecution has already built their claim against Lindsay Clancy.
Let's say they try. Let's say Lindsay wins and they go, well, we think we had the wrong person, and they try. Now he's the defendant. He's going to go, hey, were you the expert that was called and said I didn't do it? And you were the DNA expert that said I didn't do it? And you were I did it to it, he's going to be able to eviscerate the prosecution because the same people had already gone after his wife. Even if he did it, he's skating. Unless there was a video or admission or something so overwhelming that the prosecution could overcome their total failure by having gone after someone else.
Don't help her, thank you, kid.
They cleaning and fighting, and I don't understand why. For you, Paige, keeps adjusting for me.
Because you're only human.
Now, I'm not saying that this will get rid of all of your problems, but look around. Do you see any problems?
Yeah, I need money. That's a problem.
How does this make any sense?
She was 12 when Haley was born. Her and Haley are 12 years apart. That's why they're like sisters.
If your sister was 12 when your daughter was born, how old were you again when your sister was born?
I was 9 when she was born.
If you were 9 when your sister was born and your sister was 12 when your daughter was born, you're closer to age to your sister than she is to your daughter. Which just proves another one of your statements make no sense whatsoever.
To this day, I ask my parents, why did they get pregnant with her?
Because they realized the first daughter that they made was so fucked up they couldn't fix it. We had this conversation. You were an accident. They were trying for a boy. That's why they had your brother. And then they wanted a real girl, so that's why they had your sister.
It was okay with just me and my brother. And
How does this make any sense?
she was 12 when Haley was born. Her and Haley are 12 years apart. That's why they're like sisters.
If your sister was 12 when your daughter was born, how old were you again when your sister was born?
I was 9 when she was born.
If you were 9 when your sister was born and your sister was 12 when your daughter was born, you're closer to age to your sister than she is to your daughter. Which just proves another one of your statements make no sense whatsoever.
To this day, I ask my parents, why did they get pregnant with her?
Because they realized the first daughter that they made was so fucked up they couldn't fix it. We've had this conversation. You were an accident. They were trying for a boy. That's why they had your brother. And then they wanted a real girl, so that's why they had your sister.
It was okay with just me and my brother. And yeah, I didn't want my sister.
And I hate to say it this way, but by the way it looks, your parents didn't want you either. That's why they conceived your sister.
I couldn't stand her.
Why? Because she's always been everything you've never been able to be. A good daughter, a good mother, a good role model.
She's always been a crybaby.
And once again, a hippo calling a water buffalo fat.
I wanted to be the youngest child, not my sister.
Obviously, nobody in your family agreed with that. Not your mother, nor your father, nor your sister.
She literally, I'm sorry, was that annoying ass little sister.
All younger siblings are that way. But what's it like to be an annoying ass adult?
My brother always had her because, yeah, I never watched her.
Because you've never been a fit mother, ever. Because you always like to say it's about them kids, but you don't know anything about them kids. Because at the end of the day, you'll always be a bad mother, a bad sister, a bad family member. But we gotta stop being so tough on you. Because just because you pled guilty doesn't mean you are guilty. But I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because yes, at the end of the day ends. But your lifestyle is never lifestyling.
It is time to wake up my face. I've recently added Clarins Extra Firming Energy into my skincare routine, and it has been incredible. It's a 2-in-1 moisturizer that helps visibly firm skin while boosting radiance. The bouncy texture is so lightweight, and the radiance boosting curls, they just melt right into my skin, giving it this instant glow. It also acts as my makeup primer.
If you go to bed at 9 p.m., your ideal wake-up time is around 4:30 a.m. If you go to
Today, it's my birthday.
Whitney Houston gets credited the late great for "I Will Always Love You," but that's actually a song penned and also previously recorded by Dolly.
You know, people said, that's Whitney's song. I said, that's okay. She can have the credit as long as I get the cash.
So I got little of whipped cream. I didn't understand how they use it. 2 olives, and dates.
And the Grammy goes to Whitney Houston.
Dolly, of course, coming from you, this is truly an honor. You wrote a beautiful song. Thank you so much for writing such beautiful songs.
They had asked me about the song months before because they were looking for a song for that Bodyguard movie because the one they had planned to use, someone else covered. So they were looking for a song, and I guess they thought, well, Dolly's song of I Will Always Love You might be a good one. So they asked me about it. I sent it, and I forgot about it.
We were on a mission searching for songs for The Bodyguard. What would be the song that is going to make this movie tie together? Kevin and I, of course, went through. Kevin's a music lover, so he knows all the old songs.
So the Whitney Houston song is a
He kind
cover.
of went through his little collection, and he came up with songs that he thought were, suitable for the movie. And I had some songs of my own. Well, we heard Dolly Parton's song before, and I said I wouldn't buy it, because it was a country version, and I wasn't listening. Kevin brought it back to me in the trailer one day, and he said, "I'm telling you, this is the song."
One of your biggest hits was I Will Always Love You. You did write that. Do you remember the first time you heard Whitney's version?
Riding along in the car and had just turned the radio on, and I heard her start that a cappella, like If I Should Stay. And it took me like a few seconds. I thought, what is that? That's so familiar. And then when she went into, like the I Will Always Love You, I just about had a heart attack and died. I just about wrecked. It was a great feeling, though. What a great record she did. Whitney, when she did it, she just took it worldwide and made it the most special song in the whole world for a long period of time.
Dedicated to Porter, was it not?
Yes, it was actually more than just dedicated. It was during the time when I was trying to leave the show and Porter was having such a hard time with it, and he was causing himself a hard time and me, but I knew I had to go, and there was no way that I could discuss it with him and tell him all my reasons and have that understood. So it came to me just to write what my feelings were in the song. So it was really it was a very complex song, and this whole thing just kind of covered every part of our relationship, and it was really like, if I should stay, I'd only be in the way, and I'm going, so I have to get out of here, and I hope life treats you kind, and hope you have all you ever dreamed of, and I'll always love you. So it was out of that song came to be, and it's one of the biggest songs in the history of love songs.
Does it ever bother you that people think that's Whitney Houston's song?
No, I always say she can have the credit once I get my cash. My version of it was quite a bit different.
Your version of it is the best
But I'm
because
not
it's of you and it's all about you.
It's true, but I'm not going to bitch about Whitney making me $6 million.
And I'll tell you a little story. Then we get in. Dolly Parton, I was working with her on her show, and people were saying, "Aren't you jealous that Whitney recorded your song, I Will Always Love You?" She said, "Jackie, come here. We went in her dressing room. She said, "Let me show you something." And she went in her drawer and pulled out a copy. And she said, "This is my first royalty check from I Will Always Love You." So I looked at it. You know what it said? And it was the first one. $1 million.
Whoa!
She said, "You think I'm angry?"
It's like when Whitney died, and I was just watching the ceremony on stage, and when they lifted up her casket, and when they went into I Will Always Love You, it just absolutely killed me. I mean, to think that we had lost someone that great, and to think that something I had done had helped, lift that. And I thought, well, that's probably the first time that song will be played at his funeral. Probably the next time will be mine. Overwhelming knowing that was my song, my words. It was so final. It was her song. It was like, it was such a mixture of emotions. I think that both of us will always be, that song will be tagged both of us forever.
It's like, no, we're looking at the evidence. Mind you, we have a lot more privilege than the jury. Yes, the jury has the number one call the jury.
At Lowe's, premium one-coat coverage goes a long way. With HGTV Home by
And they're just going to make this process even longer.
Right.
It is so unnecessary.
This
going to be a hung jury.
I don't think she's guilty.
Monkey branching is emotionally immature. The fact that you can't stay single and can't ride through a season of solidarity for a couple of months, maybe even a year, the fact that you can't be by yourself is a sign of emotional immaturity. A lot of y'all be cheating, and I'll keep it specific to my field with avoidant attachment and anxious attachment relationship dynamics. I cannot tell you how many people that I've encountered that have like perfectly good, now perfect. I'll take back the word perfect. Relationships aren't perfect, and sure, they don't need to be perfect, even though that social media and external pressures try to make us feel like these relationships need to be perfect, or else we need to absolutely run away from them or detonate them or explore other connections, right? We're so quick to just let these go because we feel like we're missing out on something. Many of my clients will break up with a decent partner or not have really substantial. What are substantial reasons to break up with someone? I guess there aren't really. You can't tell anybody. It's subjective, right? But they're walking away from relatively fixable relationships because they're feeling themselves, and they feel like they got options or whatever the case may be, and they feel like they're gonna go ahead and prepare and make their bed somewhere else while the other person is left to do nothing but react on the spot. Now this person is begging and pleading and trying to figure out what the hell they could do to solve this problem or what they could do to make the relationship stop. But there's nothing that they could do to bring back the relationship. There's nothing that they could do to repair it, because you already made your decision that you're ready to leave. Why? Because you've had this. Well, there's nothing that person can do to repair the relationship. Based on how it ended, they think that there's something to repair. Oh, certainly. You just broke up with me because I left a dish in the sink. You can't be serious.
Stop.
This is
You ready? Hopefully this is a good piece. That one in the middle. Hold on. You ready? Here we go. One for you, one for me. Cheers. Guess what? We missing tahini. Look.
Wish jar that they bought on their honeymoon in Hawaii many years prior to even having kids. And when you look inside it, you see that there's all sorts of little folded up pieces of paper. Some of them are dated, some of them aren't. They go all the way back to 2017, 2018, 20. And they reference her wishes to have healthy kids, her wishes for her kids to be successful, her wishes to have a good birth. Second time around, hoping for a good birth. This woman kids until she had the pleasure running into Dr. Tufts of her 2 months experience. And after she ran into Dr. Tufts, it was not a wonderful life anymore. And what did Dr. Tufts do? And everybody laughs at me. I said the television. Okay, I know it's a telemedical thing on your telephone or on Zoom. Take more pills. You have the medical records. You heard the testimony. You know her concerns. You know her fears. Does this seem like a young lady that didn't care and wanted to score more drugs off somebody? That's another repulsive allegation. I think the evidence is pretty clear. There's no basis for that at all. She was scared. September
Okay,
to
now we
October
move to
22.
next.
Young, vibrant, hardworking. You've heard all this, not my words, witnesses' words.
This mango.
Holding goals for herself.
So,
Hardworking nurse, hardworking mother, would take the kids to the Kingsbury Club. That's another thing. Sounds pretty snooty, doesn't it? Oh, they're at the Kingsbury Club. It's a swimming pool and a place where you can exercise. Watch the manipulation. Because now you've got a situation where you've got manipulation with the Kingsbury Club, you've got manipulation with these other items here, and you've also got manipulation of all sides up. Told Lindsay what to say. Say that you're hearing voices. Think about how ugly that is. Because you know, beyond a reasonable doubt, even though we don't have any proof, we have no burden.
I think one of the hospitals just said, no, you're it's like your medication's too crazy. Like we can't take you. And the other one, she didn't have an actual plan yet, right?
552 says on appeal, would it need to be by reason of insanity again? So the appeal is going to be, great question, Hot Rod. The appeal can only be on what actually happens in the
White women ain't.
Here we go.
Yeah, this shit. Okay, so the Lindsay Clinzy case, right? It's over, right? It's done. Basically, the doctors came up there and said that she's bullshitting. This is bullshit, right? Oh, but did y'all know one more thing? This is for all the women that stood out there, did the rally. We stand with Lindsay, yeah.
Actually, that like this particular case is very unique for him. Like he's used to, I think,
Here's my travel skincare routine to ensure I land with better skin than what I took off with. Because little do you know, sitting for hours on end slows circulation, which can cause major puffiness, especially around the eyes. To combat that, I'm using the Clarins Total Eye Lift, which has phytocaffeine to reduce that puffiness, while also targeting dark circles, crow's feet, and 11s. With low humidity dehydrating my skin just looks super blah. So going in with my favorite duo, the Clarins Double Serum, to visibly firm my skin, smooth any wrinkles, and minimize pores, and gives me 24-hour hydration. And that extra firming energy to really seal the deal. Literally does everything. It has radiance boosting pearls to bring back that.
هاي السلام عليكم. ليش انزين بديش بروك هوملس بسبب شغلات تافهه اللي اشتريها.
I know he's just not right for you. And you can tell me if I'm off, but I see it on your face when you say that he's the one that you want.
just 5 months.
Fuck that white bitch.
Facts.
Do you guys
why aliens are not abducting humans as much as they used to? So on one hand, obviously, yay, they're not abducting us as much. But when I tell you why, you'll be like, oh shit, yeah, that's probably not good. So last night we were watching the new Bashar documentary. It's called Interview with an Extraterrestrial. It's on Apple TV. It's actually pretty good. And the lady asked him a couple questions that I really liked. One was, are abductions a real thing? If so, why are you doing it? And two was, who are you? What planet are you from? And what's life like where you are? So on that first account, he said, and if you don't know who Bashar is a extraterrestrial intelligence that channels through a guy named Daryl Anka. And it's very inspiring, motivational stuff. It's really interesting. You should check it out. And so when she asked Bashar, were abductions a real thing? Is this, what are you doing here? He said, yes, that unfortunately their race, who he is, which is a gray, what we call gray alien, they had lost their way. They had lost their connection to source. They had lost their ability to reproduce, and they were using human genetics to hybridize themselves.
Our family movie nights needed an upgrade, so I went to Aaron's. They have the latest TV, sound bars, gaming systems, everything. I found a setup that worked for us.
Every morning, tell yourself, today is going to be a good day.
My grades are doing the most right now. Luckily, I found this root eraser from Revlon, and it really saves me for days like this. Just look at the before and after. Love that it is so easy to apply on. All you have I cannot. Did y'all see Estravina's story? I can't. I'm crying in the club right now. It is.
I'm 27. I still get acne, and it sucks. But I found out there's a.
Is anybody else sick of hearing about this Clancy trial going on?
I'm not. And
Because not only do we.
That's funny. I think that this is gonna be our.
Did you know that you can visit Dolly Parton's childhood home? Dolly wanted to give us a view of what life was like for her before she became an entertainment icon. She was one out of 12 children, and her original mountain home had no electricity or water. In any interview I've ever seen, Dolly has always been nothing but grateful for her mother, her family, and her upbringing.
Postpartum. All these experts have come up.
If you're on TikTok and you're begging for money, that's fixing to come to an end. If you're on TikTok and you're asking follows for follows or likes for likes, that's fixing to come to an end. On September the 13th, TikTok's new guidelines take effect, and you should definitely go read them. Many people think that you can no longer talk about politics. No, that's not true. You must bring your facts. You cannot just put down political figures without facts. You can still critique politicians. No more dangerous stunts on TikTok. No more staging videos with your pets. If you are staging videos with your pet involved, you're probably gonna get a violation.
What?
They are really becoming a lot more strict. These guidelines are set to take effect September the 13th. I implore you, please go take a look at the new guidelines. They're going to get rid of about 85% of the content that's on here now. Go read those guidelines. God bless you.
We have to determine, right, by today, you could go back and look very quick. It's 10 minutes, people. It's 10 minutes on what this judge decided finally.
New Jollibee Chicken Nuggets. Is it a snack or a meal? Settle the debate with sauces. New Jollibee Chicken Nuggets.
You know what if.
So hurry up so you can have it. Hurry up so you can have it.
Dream, right?
This case, Ms. Clancy is charged with 3 counts of murder. I want to talk first about the issue of criminal responsibility. All right. To prove the defendant guilty of any crime, the Commonwealth must first prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant was criminally responsible at the time the alleged crime was committed. The Commonwealth bears the burden of proving beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant committed the crime with which he is charged, and also that the defendant is criminally responsible for her conduct. The defendant has no burden to prove a lack of criminal responsibility. A person is not criminally responsible for her conduct if she has a mental disease or defect. She lacks the substantial capacity either to appreciate the criminality or wrongfulness of her conduct or to conform her conduct to the requirements of the law. It is for you to determine in light of all the evidence whether the defendant had a mental disease or defect. If the Commonwealth has proved to you beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant was not suffering from a mental disease or defect at the time of the killing, the Commonwealth has satisfied its burden of proving that the defendant was criminally responsible.
It's your hormone. CNN has apologized to Dolly Parton's family after they aired this photo of a Dolly Parton tribute artist instead of Dolly Parton herself when reporting on her death. During Tuesday night's 11 p.m. Laura Coates Live, they were reporting on Dolly Parton's death, and this image, not Dolly Parton, aired. It is Kelly Vaughn. Vaughn is a Las Vegas performer who does a Dolly tribute act, dresses like her, sings her music. CNN then gave a statement to Variety saying, "We regret the error and apologize to the Parton family." The New York Post originally reported on the apology from CNN on the mix-up, and they actually did an interview with Kelly Vaughn where she says, "I started getting all these texts in from friends saying I was on CNN, and I couldn't believe it." She said, "I was already heartbroken at losing Dolly because of how much she has given to me as a woman and an artist, but then to see these images of me on screen was just weird." I love switching up my home decor, but it never occurred to me to switch up my home scent too. That's why I'm so excited to part.
You know what I found to be absolutely rare?
How does
Breaking news, Lindsay's attorney now says that she never spoke to Patrick when she was laying on the ground, and here's everything you need to know about day 21 of the trial. Lindsay's attorney said that when she was found on the ground by Patrick, she was unable to speak, and that she was only able to make grunting noises and never spoke a word to Patrick. Her attorney said, "I don't know why he would have said that." In addition to that, the prosecution's last rebuttal witness took the stand. He is a forensic psychiatrist for the FBI. He testified that Lindsay knew right from wrong during the time she was committing the crime. He said she searched in her phone for certain things which showed planning on her part, in addition to being able to answer the phone for Patrick while in the middle of committing the crime and staying calm while doing so. He also stated that he believes Lindsay did not hear voices. He said that it would have been very odd for the voices to, quote, stop once the crime was committed. He said he's, quote, never seen that before. Lindsay's team then questioned the witness. During the questioning, Lindsay's attorney pointed out that he had not treated many people with postpartum depression or postpartum psychosis, and that it was not one of his expertise according to his credentials. There were no other witnesses that testified today, and closing arguments are now set to begin tomorrow, Thursday. After closing arguments, the jury will then receive instructions from the judge. These instructions will be regarding the charges. The judge has also introduced the charge of manslaughter now as a possibility. This would be the case if the jury thinks that Lindsay Clancy committed the crime, but the prosecution wasn't able to fully prove it. Following that, the option would be first degree, second degree, or a hung jury. First degree, she would get life in prison without the possibility of parole. Second degree, she would get life in prison with the possibility of parole in 15 to 25 years. A hung jury means that it would go back to the DA to decide if they would retry the case or if they would drop the charges. He also told the jury to, quote, keep an open mind. Closing arguments is when the two attorneys give their final speech to the judge or jury. They review the evidence presented and then connect the facts to the case. They cannot bring up any new facts or any new evidence for the case. The prosecution will go first, followed by the defense, and then the prosecution gets to go again with a rebuttal response or any last statement. To stay up to date on this case, make sure you click the playlist below. Keep you guys updated. What do you think? Drop in the comments.
Kai Cenat has just solved world peace with La Peace. That's right, Kai Cenat is literally La Peace right now. He's even talked his bodyguard into being more with La Peace, if that makes sense.
Actually make sure he's safe, the people safe, without people being scared.
When you're seen as scary, how does that make you feel?
It's just like, I have to be. It's just like, I have to be.
Sometimes in life, the cover of our books are a bit scary.
And everything about this stream is peaceful. We're talking about people that have had massive problems in their life right now are finding La Peace in this one stream. Kai Cenat is changing the world for the better with La Peace. What do you guys think about this? W.
La
Kai
Peace,
Cenat for bringing
Cassinet.
world peace in La
I
Peace.
googled it yesterday. What's La Peace mean? I say that's a term. It's a meme come from Cassinet when they play the Minecraft with IShowSpeed. So now La Peace, it's a famous word. Cassinet told IShowSpeed La Peace, because IShowSpeed was like screaming everything. Cassinet was telling him La Peace, and he's like, "What is La Peace? What is La Peace?" So it just became as a term, La Peace, like a piece, La Peace.
So, Liz wants to take them to do things, you know what I mean? And that's what it's all about, guys. If it's all about the kids, really. You see some people on here, like Ashley Trevino, she's only on here for herself. She's not on here to benefit her life. To benefit anybody else's life, including her children or her parents or anything like that. Imagine, guys, she's living in this nice-ass house. She's got all this money she's always talking about, but yet she does nothing for her family. Nothing. And you guys know damn well she was doing things for her family. We would be the first person to see that. We would. But she's selfish. Okay. She's selfish.
Este mensaje llega para recordarte algo que a veces.
With apartments.com AI.
Trying to show that he got killed first because he was active and rambunctious.
Everyone needs that healthy.
I really believe that they are using the Mandela effect as a way to trick us into thinking that we are.
لكن أنا أنصحكم نصيحة، الوجبة للي يريد ينزل وزنه صحن مال أكل واحد فقط. إذا أهلي حاطين مجموعة أكل والله ما أقعد وياهم، أو آخذ الصحن مالتي وأفوت عليهم أحط فيه هذا الصحن مالي راح أكله بس. شنو هو الصحن مالي؟ إذا يريد ينزل وزنه، الصحن مالي يكون 50% خضروات، 20% بروتين، 20% كربوهيدرات، و10% دهون. فقط.
Here are all of the possible outcomes of the Lindsay Clancy trial as the jury is now deliberating. The first and most serious charge is first-degree murder, meaning they think she planned this, she knew what she was doing, and she knew it was wrong. This would hold a sentence of life in prison without the possibility of parole. The next one is second-degree murder, where they still think she did it, but don't think that she planned it out. She just acted.
Let's see if it's blurry. The life was blurry or not. Because remember yesterday I felt so sad. My life was blurry. I didn't see this is live. Makes no sense. Yeah, this one. Hopefully it's not pixelated. Let me see.
Oh, really?
Oh man, was pixelated in the beginning. Oh no. Because I have the Wi-Fi.
It said you can.
It became clear after I disconnect the Wi-Fi. See? At first was so blurry because look, all pixely. Did you hear that? It's September 18th. Oh, see all the pixely because I have the Wi-Fi connected. The Wi-Fi is so slow here in the kitchen. I'm glad I just caught it. Let's check one more time. Nope, no Wi-Fi. So I have to use a T-Mobile signal. Oh man, now it's clear. Now it's about right. See how clear is it? Beautiful. Man, why is like this all the time? I don't like it. Let's say advanced. Yes, this is the highest one. Perfect. Good job. That was clear.
Her wishes. She had a good birth. Second time around.
Have an actual plan yet.
Actually, that goes with your pet involved. You're probably gonna get about responsible at the time the alleged crime was committed.
It's good. I like it.
At the time the alleged crime was committed.
Only the beginning of the stream I had a Wi-Fi. That's crazy. Ugh, this Wi-Fi, I keep forget about it.
Leaving Seattle in a month and going to San Diego. The lease for my apartment ends in about 15 days, and instead of renewing it, I decided to get an Airbnb for a month in San Diego just to test out living there. I made this decision because I realized that acting on impulse and moving to a new city to experience it is less detrimental to my life than growing old and being filled with regret for staying complacent and staying in the same city. I do love Seattle because it's very comfortable here. I have lots of friends, there's many events going on in the city, and the air quality is unmatched. But then there are a lot of cons, such as the rain, the cold weather, the Seattle freeze, which is a thing. I don't care what y'all say and try to deny it. It is a thing. And there's just other things that I can get into later about as to why I want to leave. I genuinely believe that everyone should take a chance on themselves and try living in a different city, especially if you have the means to do so. But if your lease is running out, why not go live somewhere new? Why not experience something different? Because otherwise you'll die with regret. I'm officially leaving Seattle in a month and going to San Diego. The lease for my apartment ends in about 15 days, and instead of renewing it, I decided to get an Airbnb for a month in San Diego just to test out living there. I made this decision because I realized that acting on impulse and moving to a new city to experience it is less detrimental to my life than growing old and being filled with regret for staying complacent.
Y'all expose that business, so y'all better hope that everything is up to par on that business.
Perfecto.
Y'all have them all over the internet, so if some people show up there, y'all better hope everything is up to par on them. I'm just saying. But I am a paying customer. Well, now the food's shitty. Well, now the food is shitty. And I want my money back. I want my $40 back. Excuse me, sir. I need y'all to go check this place out. Don't play with me. He's just making sure he get his bag. Renee makes his own money. He doesn't get my money. He's the one who actually paid for the food the other day at that little taco stand.
We would have been the first ones on that ass. But the fact that
A lot of the things that we've seen in the case makes holes in the story.
I can honestly say that I'm a good parent because I'm at home with my sick child. Mind you, they both were sick. Okay. The little one got sick today. So I'm at home being a good parent, sober AF, right?
You have to. You're in a court
Not all
thing.
parents can say that. Just saying.
That's what you
So
should
yeah,
not drink.
at least I know I'm at home with my children and not out partying or
Party
getting,
because the Mexico team wins. Of course people will party. You
acting a fool
talking down
on
about people who
Snap
celebrate
and
Mexico team
wherever
win for the
else
World Cup
they
at
want to
that
act
time?
crazy at.
That's what you get.
oh my god.
There we go. She's gonna say party.
Not in the truck. Throw it out. Throw it out.
Exactly. She can party, but other people can't. Makes no sense. As a matter of fact, she left her kids for her birthday so she can celebrate with other dudes. Makes no sense. That's the hypocrite part of her makes people watching her every day.
I'm not dating anybody. I'm not married. I don't think I'll ever be married but once. I think Carl Dean's waiting for me on the other side. If I should show up at the pearly gates with somebody else, he would not like that.
In 1964, 18-year-old Dolly traveled alone to Nashville to pursue her musical dreams. There, she met Carl, and the two quickly fell in love. Shortly after they began dating, Carl uttered a line that has since become famous. "I love you, but I don't love show business." At the time, Dolly was still unknown, but Carl had long foreseen her future success. In 1966, the couple married in a low-key ceremony, attended only by a pastor and a handful of witnesses. Dolly later became a household name and a country music legend, while Carl deeply despised the hustle and bustle of fame and fortune. After accompanying her to her first public appearance, he withdrew from the spotlight entirely, quietly serving as her rock behind the scenes. Sadly, the couple never had children, so they poured all their love into each other. They remained together for nearly 60 years. In 2025, Carl passed away. The overwhelming grief completely shattered Dolly. She stayed in their empty home,
spending her days clutching old mementos and weeping. Whenever she spoke of Carl in interviews, she would choke up and lose her voice. Her health also continued to deteriorate amid her sorrow. Just 17 months later, at the age of 80, Dolly also passed away after a long battle with illness. It is said that even as she lay on her deathbed, she kept repeating Carl's name. This man, who had shunned the spotlight his entire life, was the most secure haven in Dolly's life. After decades of standing by each other's side, this time they were finally reunited.
For another 1 to 2 minutes to cause death. And Dr. Lapasada wanted you to believe that the band could just stay there.
احنا عيلة. هاي المرة لا. 28/8/2014 الساعة 2:47 الظهر. أنا بالمستشفى سيدي توفى. كانت أكبر صدمة باكلها بحياتي. خسرت قطعة من روحي. غمضت عيوني وفتحتهم لقيت كل شيء متغير. ولا شيء ظل مثل ما كان. هون تأكدت من مقولة عندما يموت الأجداد تنتهي العائلة.
National University was built for innovation, flexibility, and you. Whether you find your community within the Commons or using augmented reality to turn virtual lessons into hands-on experiences, National University is making education more accessible. Learn more at nu.edu.
Those, but not like that.
Okay. Time to drink my orange juice. Take a picture of my orange. Here we go. I took my selfie. All right. I'm gonna drink my oranges. I love it cake.
And the roses.
Yesterday I throw them one in the bottom, but I just thought about it. I say, when I buy the oranges from the store, I'll always like them with the thing. I don't know what they call them, palms, something like this. I say, so why am I not using the one inside? Why I'm throwing it away? And here we go. I add everything here. You eating too?
Oh my God, so Diamond! Oh God!
That's not bees. That's not bees.
What the fuck is that? What is this, some Greek shit? What the fuck is not bees?
ده وصلوا إن طاعة الزوج من طاعة الرب. أنت متخيلة؟
They're taking the pills. Yesterday you said a fistful of pills. And then the DA said, after painful questioning, that they were crushed. You agreed that they were crushed. Wouldn't there be residue? Satoff said, yeah. Reddington said, was there a residue on the table, on the nightstand, anywhere? Satoff said, not that I saw. Reddington said, so there's no pill crusher, right? Satoff said, not that I saw. Reddington said, there's no investigation by the police to determine what was in that powder, right? Satoff said, not that I'm aware of. Reddington said, there's no indication that there's any residue on or in the actual nightstand next to the bed, right? Satoff said, not that I'm aware of. Reddington said, does it seem appropriate, sir, that a person would be in a psychotic state after slashing their wrists and slicing their throat and ready to propel themselves out a window would neatly put the bottles into the drawer of the nightstand, or would they just scatter them around the bedroom floor, not caring? And Satoff said, I'm not aware of the exact sequence of the events. Reddington then showed the actual drawer that he got from the bedroom when he went just a few days after the incident, and the medication bottles were all found in the drawer, all empty. Reddington said, so how did they get in the drawer? And Satoff said, I don't know. Reddington said, "You can fingerprint them, right? Did anybody do any testing at all in this investigation? If you know, you told the jury yesterday you read all the stuff, grand jury minutes, police reports," and then Satoff said, "I did not read that." Reddington then heavily placed the door back and paced back to the podium. So this wasn't necessarily Reddington trying to prove that what was in the drink wasn't pills. It was more so trying to show that no investigation into what actually happened on January 24th, 2023, at least with Lindsay's alleged suicide attempt, was investigated. It seems like he might have introduced some reasonable doubt here, but that will be up for the jury to decide.
Oh my god, so no water, no sugar added.
فهذا الإنسان بنات ترى أنا ما عندي شيء معاه. أنا му زعلانة.
Настя, тебе не кажется, что ты немножко овертинкер? Что? Ну, накручиваешь себя, слишком анализируешь. Не, вообще не про меня. Всем.
Your scent is always the most important part of your outfit, especially during the summertime. Having hair perfume.
Neutrogena, I was with for 10 years, and
no.
I mean, they have
Another
morals clauses, which was a huge,
banana
had a
strawberry
huge
smoothie.
impact in my life. Because I was a teenager and I had all the paparazzi around me catching all of these gory moments, like every moment, every cigarette that I smoked, or bad outfit, or oh, she's looking chunky in a bathing suit, oh, she has a fat vagina. They caught absolutely everything, and of all the things that they would fire me over. This was the last thing that I thought they would ever fire me over. And when I actually went out on to stage, it was live with Kelly and Michael. I had no intention or plan to talk about postpartum depression. It just came up, and I was just being honest. And never for a second did I think that anyone or cared that anyone would have a bad reaction to it. It was my truth. So when I got that call that Neutrogena wanted to fire me over that, and my representative at the time said, that's illegal. You can't do that. And even though, she saved the day that year, I knew that was going to be it. That I was not going to be invited back the next year. And I had worked with these people for 10 years, and I remember not hearing a word from anybody, not a great working with you for 10 years, not a nice, hope you're okay. Yeah, hope you're good, we wish you well. And I remember that really breaking my heart. I wouldn't change it for the world. I wouldn't take it back.
We already know he can't leave till at least 5:25. They denied evidence from the neighbor when all of this happened, and the neighbor says that.
What's up, bro?
Lindsay Clancy again, that's what's up.
What are we trying to figure out?
Was the voice Lindsay Clancy says she heard actually a hallucination?
That's the question.
And if it wasn't?
Then this case may look very different.
Okay, so the prosecution says she wasn't mentally ill?
No.
They admitted she was mentally ill?
Yes.
Wait, the prosecution's own experts say something was seriously wrong with her?
Yes.
What are they fighting about?
Let me ask you, if somebody has a mental illness, does that automatically mean they aren't responsible for a crime?
No.
Exactly.
So the illness itself isn't enough?
No. In Massachusetts, the question is what that illness did to her.
Meaning?
Could she understand the wrongfulness of what she was doing? Or could she control herself enough to follow the law?
And the defense says no.
Correct.
What does the prosecution say?
Mentally ill? Yes. Unable to understand or control herself because of it? No.
So everyone
So
online
now I'm
keeps asking,
adding the
was she
ultra
crazy or not?
banana,
But that may not even
strawberry
be
having
the
a
right question.
freezer.
What is?
Gonna make
What
them
could she
smoothie.
actually understand? And what could she actually control at the moment she killed those children?
Okay. Where does the voice come in?
It may be one of the most important pieces.
Why?
Because Lindsay says, while killing the children, she heard a male voice.
A command hallucination.
Define that.
A voice you hear that tells you to do something.
Exactly.
So if a voice commanded her to kill, that helps the defense.
Potentially.
Why only potentially?
Because hearing a voice still doesn't automatically answer the legal question.
Right. She could hear something and still know it was wrong.
Yes.
And maybe still resist it.
Yep.
So what does the prosecution say about the voice?
What if I told you
This
their
is
expert
left
doesn't
for
simply
one
say
last
she made it up?
He doesn't?
Next time.
No. He actually found something in her description that looked more like a real hallucination.
What?
I want to add
She said the voice
the
sounded
cover,
like
not
it
like
came
this.
from outside her head.
Not good.
Why does that matter?
Because a real auditory hallucination can sound like somebody is actually speaking to you.
Not just a thought.
Right.
So that helps
okay.
Lindsay.
Yes.
But obviously there's more.
A lot more.
Go.
What if I told you, according to her account, she had never heard this voice before
Okay.
and never heard it again?
Okay.
And it appeared during the killings, continued for roughly the time it took to kill the children, then stopped.
Only during the crime?
That was one of the prosecution's experts' biggest concerns.
Is that possible?
No.
Unusual?
According to him, very unusual.
That matters.
It gets harder.
How?
Her descriptions of what the voice said weren't always the same.
What do you mean?
In one version, the message was basically, this is your last chance. You have to kill the kids so you can kill yourself.
Okay.
But other accounts included ideas like the children would suffer without her, or she had to take them with her.
So the message changes.
At least somewhat.
Could memory explain that?
This is for
Trauma?
next.
Possibly.
Medication?
Possibly.
So inconsistency doesn't prove a lie,
No.
but it creates a problem.
Exactly.
Because now I have to ask which version is accurate.
Right.
What else?
The expert also looked at whether the voice came with a delusion.
Define delusion.
A fixed false belief that the person believes is real.
Strawberry.
Give me an example.
Banana.
Someone believes
No.
the TV is secretly talking directly to them.
Even though it isn't.
Right.
And Lindsay didn't report a matching delusion with the voice.
That was his point.
Lindsay.
So another concern?
Yes.
Yeah, Lindsay.
What else?
He said people who hear voices often try to deal with them somehow.
Like what?
Trying to ignore it, praying, listening to music, distracting themselves, something.
And Lindsay?
She didn't describe trying to stop or distract herself from the voice.
Could that mean the voice was just overpowered?
It could.
Good.
So again, no proof.
Exactly.
But another piece.
Right.
So the
Lucky.
prosecution thinks she was faking psychosis.
Careful.
Why?
Because here's where it gets interesting.
Go.
She underwent psychological testing.
Max.
To see if she was lying.
Partly. Those tests can look for signs someone is exaggerating, making things up, or hiding symptoms.
And malingering?
That means intentionally faking or exaggerating symptoms. Usually because you
the
have
black
something to
money.
blame.
Like avoiding criminal responsibility.
That could be one motive.
So what did her testing show?
No broad sign of malingering.
Wait.
Yeah?
And doesn't that hurt the prosecution?
Yeah.
What?
What if I gave you a test with hundreds of questions
Okay.
and you answered almost everything honestly,
Okay.
but there was one event where you gave me a false or distorted story?
Would the test catch that?
Not necessarily. That was the prosecution psychologist's point.
So the test could say, this person is not broadly pretending to be sick.
While still not proving every single symptom is accurate.
That's strong.
Very.
So the prosecution can believe she was genuinely mentally ill.
Yes.
Genuinely depressed.
Yes.
Genuinely suicide.
Yes.
Genuinely having intrusive thoughts.
Yes.
But still question whether this one male voice happened the way she says.
Exactly.
Now we're
Do you
getting
think that's her
somewhere.
husband?
And there's another possibility.
What?
What if it wasn't a voice?
What was it?
An intrusive thought.
Define that.
An unwanted thought that enters your mind, even though you don't want it there.
So I think something horrible, but I know it came from me.
Exactly.
Versus a hallucination where I believe I actually hear a voice.
Right.
And Lindsay had intrusive thoughts before the killings.
Yes.
About suicide?
Yep.
And harming the children?
Mm-hmm.
So the prosecution theory could be, what if the thing she later called a voice was another intrusive thought?
Exactly.
Oh.
Which explanation fits more naturally
Whoa.
with what she had already been experiencing for months?
Way more.
Intrusive thoughts.
That was part of the argument.
But hold on.
Go ahead.
If it was only an intrusive thought, could she still have been so mentally sick that she couldn't control herself?
Yes.
So proving that wasn't really a hallucination still doesn't automatically prove criminal responsibility.
Exactly.
Damn.
And this is where I think something important is being missed.
What?
Now look, I don't like doing this, but I think everybody may be staring at the voice so hard that they're missing the actual case.
How?
What if the jury says We do not believe she heard a man talking to her.
Okay.
Does that prove her mental disease did not destroy her ability to control herself?
No.
Now reverse it.
Okay.
What if the jury says we do believe she heard?
Hold on. Let me take a picture. It's a beautiful. It's beautiful. But let me finish it. Go ahead, sir. Finish. Oh no, no. What did happen to what the guy was talking about? Ah, I missed it. Because I closed TikTok. Nah.
Evidence before the trial actually ends, or until after it ends, because there's just so much.
Beautiful and lovely.
Spend a day with me is what I'm not gonna say. Because in today's creator economy, you need to stand out. Earlier this month, I spent a week at Create Camp in Montana with Adobe, and I got to collaborate with other creators and pick everyone's mind on what makes us all different. As a lifestyle creator, it can be easy to follow the formats that are performing well at that time, but that's not necessarily making you a unique brand. What do people know you for? Is there a specific thing that keeps people coming back to your particular content? Because your personality and your own style is truly what gets you a community. It's the reason why people choose you when there's 10 other creators following your same prompt. This week, my group was Pulse. 4 lifestyle creators niched in a slightly different way. We were all camping on the same.
Right, that's exactly how it went. Hold on, boy. Because nobody said Patrick didn't call her first. Are y'all denying that she ever called him during the whole thing?
His butt cheeks are probably the only thing not tatted, but everything else is tatted. I'll make sure he gets my name on his BB. I'm just kidding. I need to stop. Let me stop.
Hold on.
With another, because my hands are always.
It's delicious.
These are probably the only thing not tatted, but everything else is tatted. I'll make sure he gets my name on his BB. I'm just kidding.
I
need to stop. Let me stop.
I forgot.
With another. Because my hands are always.
Hold on. Yummy.
His feet when he was a baby. Aww. His butt cheeks are probably the only thing not tatted, but everything else is tatted. I want to make sure he gets my name on his pee-pee. I'm just kidding. I need to stop. Let me stop. With another. Because my parents would always bite his feet when he was a baby. Aww, they would bite his feet when he was a baby. He's my little, no, I'm just kidding. He is younger than me too, y'all, but he's not a new one, like I said, but I'm not even talking to him. I just act like I am. I just keep acting like I'm talking to him, but I'm really not. I haven't talked to him since last year, but I keep acting like it. Y'all probably think I am, but I haven't talked to him. You ain't kidding. No, for real, I haven't talked to him since January. Yeah, for real, girl. I did write a letter to him, though. This is my face.
Whoa.
I did write him a letter last week when Noe made me mad, and Noe's family made me mad. I did write him a letter. And he should have already got it, but I haven't got a letter back.
What's she crying?
Hello.
Why she's crying now?
I have broken
You're not gonna battle.
right now. I have no good people right now.
Well,
I can battle.
I'm gonna be with both of them. I'm gonna be with Noe and with my ex. And if I get pregnant behind Noe's back, I'm gonna show up to visit pregnant. They're like, okay, well, let the family know. Okay, let the family know. Bye. And she was like, that's funny because his ex-wife did that and got pregnant behind his back. Okay, so I am too. Like, that's how psychotic his family is, y'all. Y'all think Noe's crazy? His family's just as crazy. Kid you not. And they're probably recording me right now. Nice. Nice. Okay. But I do have an ex that comes home. So. Yes, girl. It's crazy. Like, they aren't only worried about me, they're worried about everybody that I've been with. If they literally knew how many guys I've talked to while I've been with Noe. Like, when I first got with Noe, or started talking to Noe, I was talking to other guys. So they really can't say, because I was talking to these guys before I met Noe. You know? I just chose Noe out of everybody. But, y'all, I wish I wouldn't have done that. No, he doesn't know. He thinks I made it up. I was like, why would I make it up? He's like, you should have recorded the call. I didn't think about it. So... Miklo comes home in 3 weeks. Miklo comes home in 3 weeks, so I'm gonna go to Arizona. I'm going to Arizona. Miklo comes home in 3 weeks. Bye. I don't need you. Fuck you, bitch. Did y'all hear him? I was mean. I was so mean. Over me. To know that my husband chose another female over me, it hurts
I'm so young. So I told him Michael, right? And he was like, I'm at Michael's unit, LOL. And I'm like, he's like, who's your ex? And I was like, and he's like, I'm sorry, but he's crazy. Like, why is your ex black? And I'm like, no, my ex is a Mexican. Like, he left me for a black girl. And I sent him all the screenshots or whatever. I need to put that. Anyways. So,
that's why I see. Now I understand why she hated black people. Because she said her ex-husband cheated on her with, he's a Mexican, but he cheated on her with a black woman. That's why she always talking bad about black women, black people, black people. Now I see the history behind that. Now I understand what's going on with her. Like, I could say, like, what's wrong? Like, why this racism? Like, certain groups, certain people, she's racist toward them all the time. I say, what's going on? Because her ex-husband cheated on her with a black woman, and her ex-husband was a Mexican. Wow. Now I understand what her story is.
I don't even know how to put it. I found out that it shouldn't bother me, but it does. Like, just a little bit though. Not a lot. I haven't told Noe. But I found out that a guy I used to talk to is talking to somebody else that used to be a prison girlfriend. And I put 2 and 2 together on Facebook. Because I have the mom and I have her on Facebook. So I put 2 and 2 together yesterday and I was like, Lisa! I was like, this guy I used to talk to, he's talking to her. And I'm like, how? I was like, but I shouldn't be mad. I shouldn't be mad. I shouldn't be mad. She's like, no, you're married. I was like, I know, but it just makes me mad. Like, why are you trying to be like me? You do everything like me. She really does. This lady does everything like me, y'all. Lisa even tells her she's a copycat. My tamales were from my tia.
Okay.
But I know it shouldn't make me mad. And I was going to tell Noe, but then Noe has so many bad trust issues that I didn't tell Noe. Like, it just, like, so, okay. I don't know how to put this without putting it out there. But anyways, this lady is like way older than me. Okay, she's older than my mama. No, she's younger than my mom. But she could be my mom. His butt cheeks are probably the only thing not tatted. But everything else is tatted. I'll make sure he gets my name on his BB. I'm just kidding. I need to stop. Let me stop.
Now this makes sense. Now I understand her story. Ashley Trevino, now I understand your story. But you've been 2 days not live.
Never catch me being social, talking to people and shit.
Get dressed with me for a wedding. Get dressed with me for a wedding. I actually know what I'm wearing today for once. It'll be this cheese away.
اليوم الامارات قدوه للعرب.
I don't think I'll ever be married but once.
Gina, this is the type of
This is Mike. This is Mike. This is Rachel.
Really? That's Rachel. What's
If
crying
you're not
about?
following this story, I don't know how because it's literally everywhere on
I know.
I didn't ask to be on
Me
Mike
too.
and Rachel
Because
TikTok,
all of a sudden
but
became on my
here
For
we
You
are, right?
page.
We're all here. He has to be paying to promote these videos.
I
I
hate
don't know. I
I'm not
found something
interested.
this morning. He posted a bunch of pictures of him and Rachel together. I don't know if Rachel wants all of her pictures online, but he put them out there.
He did?
I really wish that Rachel would give us her side of the story. I mean, we're very
That's not
invested.
nice. I don't
Every
like
other
that.
video on my page right now is Mike or people talking about Mike and Rachel. But we know Rachel's real. Those pictures don't look like AI to me. They look, some of them are like kind of intimate photos of the two of them that I would be mad if Mike shared. So I'm not going to post those photos. And yeah, so I guess Rachel is real. Let's see how Mike's day goes today, I guess. He was up all night.
And
what it will come back with. Like, you know,
Yeah, I don't like
what it's
dudes
going to be.
come to internet and expose women pictures and all this. What the heck? What's wrong with him?
I am your host, Yvonne Orji, and this is the Simply Court Report, where we give rec tennis the pro treatment. Today's loser gets laundry duty for a month. Dang.
My wife is a pretty good player, but she better stock up on dryer sheets because I'm not going easy on her.
I swapped my Pilates classes for my tennis lessons weeks ago. He's going down.
Okay, Jeff, I see you. Don't listen to me.
I don't know if you can tell, but the floor in this bedroom is collapsing.
I'm partnering with Nature's Bounty to help my postpartum mamas bounce back from hair woes and help grow thicker, fuller hair in 3 months with Nature's Bounty hair growth capsules.
Ew, that's a lot.
Girl, I would troll him so bad. Go back and get the tool when he came home. Yeah, when he came home, it was a telltale.
Can you please talk about something that you don't talk about everything? Intimacy. I always thought that getting older would be like fine lines, gray hairs, be like a little more tired, but no one told me it can literally affect how comfortable you feel in your own body and even in relationships. What the heck? I just felt less comfortable.
Let's get the picture before even start.
What's the name of Fool's Home?
So the next time you're planning on visiting one of your friends or family members in Los Angeles at an apartment complex, you may want to bring along a credit card. And why do I say that? Because it's begun charging guests that visit individuals at apartment complexes. You heard what I said. You'll be paying to go visit your friends or family, especially in Los Angeles, at apartment complexes. Have a look at this video for yourself.
So this is crazy. You come visit a friend or a client here at these apartments and you gotta pay. You gotta pay to visit a friend, family member, or a client here at these apartments. Come on.
Once again, this is Los Angeles, California. And here's the sign to the parking complex that he just discussed. Paid visitor parking. Scan the QR code, input your vehicle information, payment method, and set the amount of time needed. And then start parking. I went ahead and checked out the QR code and see exactly how much it is, especially if you're going to be spending the night or day with your friend, family member, or client. For 24 hours daily max, it's $16 total. This is the actual apartment complex right here, Hillcrest Apartments, located in Los Angeles, California. So I guess my question to you is, will this deter you from renting in this building, especially knowing that your guests have to pay to come and visit you? Nice. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments, and as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Guys, we had to make a quick pit stop to Wells Dam. As you guys can tell also, bro, the smoke is getting heavier. This is insane. But we're making a quick pit stop. We're going to here, and then we're actually going to Brewster's. They told me that most of the raza is in Brewster's. It's another small city out here. It's like 10 minutes away, so we're going to go check that out. But just know, I really did want to go be where the raza's at and go hand out some of my flyers and go highlight some of the local business over there. So, let's go. Look at this, guys. This is a life-size real turbine. Look how huge this is. Oh, shit. Yeah. Look at this. It's not looking too hot out here, though.
Alright, so I'll do the satay. So the satay now. Put oil. I'm gonna fry the chicken a little bit. Gonna make a soup. That's all I have for right now. I don't know what to make food with.
شو قصة الدكتور العوضي؟ معقول سابق عصره الدكتور العوضي رحمه الله؟ هاي الشغلة الثانية. ليش طيب هو؟
If she had tried to strangle one in front of the other, they would have known this is bad. And they would have tried to intervene or run and hide
And she had a very limited time. She didn't have time to try to find a child who ran off and hid. So taking Dawson first and moving him to a separate room, having Cora stay with Kellen, and having Dawson go in another room, that's rational. That makes sense. That's ordered thinking. And we didn't show you that post that she made about Dawson being a handful and not being compliant to show she was a bad mom. We showed it to you because it proves she knew that he was a handful. She knew that he was less likely to be compliant, to just go along. She knew that he might struggle. And so it made sense rationally to remove him and separate him first and kill him first. And she brought him into that room, into the office, and closed the door, and she wrapped that band around his little neck. And she squeezed until he was unconscious. As the blood's pooling in his face and causing those blood vessels to burst, causing him pain and panic and confusion. And defense calls Dr. La Posada to say, no, it wasn't 20 or 30 seconds. It was only 5 or 10 seconds that until he went unconscious. I'm sorry, how many seconds is it okay for them to have been in pain and panic and confusion? How about it wasn't okay for 1 second for any of those children to feel that? And they all felt it, all for up to 30 seconds. And then she continued strangling their left bodies for 2 minutes to make sure they were dead. Deliberate premeditation.
Whoa! The oil all over the place.
And then extreme atrocity and cruelty. The indifference that she showed to their pain, to their struggle, to their suffering, leaving them there on the floor with the bands around their necks, completely indifferent, because she had a plan and she was following it through. Just think of that. The being strangled and the pain and the confusion that they're going through, and it's being done by their mom. Their mom is the one that's hurting them. Their mom is the one that's killing them.
Look at that oil all over.
That's extreme atrocity and cruelty.
Yeah.
She didn't see them in that moment as individual human beings with rights, with dreams, with futures, individually belonging to them. You heard about the 3 kids. Cora wanted to be a doctor and a mom. Dawson wanted to be a fighter. Alan never got the chance to dream. Who knows what future he would have dreamed for himself.
So making the pieces, make a cut in them so the flavor can go inside.
She killed them. And she left them there on the floor with the bands around their necks. She didn't bring them up to their beds and put them with their favorite stuffed animal and cover them up gently and lovingly, leaving them peacefully there. No. She left them discarded on the basement floor like broken toys because she was done playing the game. You know to a moral certainty. She is guilty.
I agree with the last 2 doctors. I think she wanted to take her own life, and I don't know, she said she had said
but I'm not like that. I'm Jamaican, like you, right?
Oh, yes, you're Jamaican. You're not like that.
I wish for... Hi, Molly. I can't breathe.
This man really came on that church stage and said, if you are not satisfying your husband's needs every single day, God will put 20 temptations right in front of his eyes and they'll do it for you. And nobody thought to check on his wife? It's so frustrating watching this documentary, seeing all of the signs. The signs were right in front of everybody. This guy was literally going up on stage, bad-mouthing his wife. He would be upset that they weren't doing something sexually the night before or that day. So then he'd come on stage and basically tell everybody, wives need to obey their husbands. Wives need to fill their husband's needs. It's disgusting. So irritating watching this, seeing the red flags all be ignored. I know in the moment she was probably just so brainwashed, and as we know, she was trying to get out of it, but unfortunately he had this control over her. He was trying to manipulate everybody into thinking that she was the crazy one. Those sermons are so disgusting and messed up. If you have not watched Death of a Pastor's Wife yet on Netflix, this docu-series is so insane. You need to go watch it right now. Justice for Micah Miller.
Because getting home late gets you that look, because you're only human. There's hills.
When you wash the chicken. Try to wash everything. Wash the handles first. And then washing the thing. Washing the knife. Washing the other stuff. Wash the chicken in. Washing it in the bag. Some trash. Alright. The whole kitchen is clean. And then I'm gonna clean the sponge. I use to wash the dishes with. Everything's clean.
I don't know why all of a sudden Dollar Tree hauls are all over my FYP. Like, I cannot believe everything that you can get at the Dollar Tree. So my son had practice tonight and I decided to go. I wasn't expecting the entertainment that I got. So I walk into our local Dollar Tree. That's the closest to my house, and actually the closest to soccer practice while my son's at practice. And the manager's there, and I Uber this lady on a pretty regular basis. So she's like, "Oh my God, you'll never believe what's happened." I was like, "What?" And she said, there was a lady, an older lady, shopping, and she turned to look at an item, and some guy grabbed her wallet and took off. So I'm like, oh, that sucks. I mean, like, who wants that to happen, right? So I continue to shop, and I'm finding some good stuff, some stuff I've seen on the hauls that I'm seeing on my For You page. And I'm checking out, there is 2 cop cars outside. They are looking everywhere. I hope they find this mofo. I really hope they do. Why are you stealing from an older lady who is in the dollar store? If she's in the dollar store, she very well could be on a super fixed income and you just stole her last dollars. Like, get it together, you know? But let me show you something. I saw on my For You page the eyelash curler. Mine broke not too long ago, and I stopped like curling my eyelashes.
I learned
I'm gonna try it. And then this eyelash, these or this mascara. Please let me know. Should I love it? Shouldn't I? We'll let you know. We'll see.
The Lindsay Clancy trial has gripped the country. It's a case so shocking that everyone's asking the same question. How can a mother do this to their children? Many people looking into this assume it was a freak incident, an adverse drug reaction, postpartum.
Rumor has it that Ford, GM, and Honda are all about to shit their pants. Here's why. Listen up. So Toyota decided to come up with this genius idea of having a $10,000 SUV, supposedly hitting the market in 2027. It's compared to like an FJ Cruiser of some sort. Could you imagine in a time where car payments are upwards of $1,000 that you could buy a brand new 2027 SUV for $10,000 total? I mean, if you could pay that thing off in 10 payments. Could you imagine what this is going to do to the car market? I know for a fact Toyota is going to absolutely shit the bed because it's compared to like their FJ Cruiser SUV. So yeah, tell me what you think, man. This could absolutely change the market forever. It's going to hurt car sales across the board.
I still smell that's not nice. I'm gonna spray
Well, that's what they showed.
Okay. So, Chris, what were you wanting to say to Burns?
Well, what I'm wanting to say.
PSA to all pumping moms: if you're looking to pump more milk in less time, look no further. This is the Mom Cozy W1. It has the 360 all-around warmth, and it has industry's first soft pulse technology, which mimics a baby's natural rhythm to help you produce more milk in less time and trigger letdowns faster. If you have a stubborn letdown, highly recommend the Mom Cozy W1, as those two key features may help with your letdowns. And during internet trials, 70% of moms actually reported that they had earlier
Continue to keep
I called her the other day to talk about the show and what we were going to do. And I said, "What are you doing, Dolly?" She said, "Well, I'm sitting at home and I'm signing all my Christmas cards." I go, "Okay, I'm doing it tomorrow." And she goes, "Well, I'm doing it right now." She's very competitive.
Sometimes she'll call me in the middle of the night, you know, just she needs, "Hey, Dolly, I need to talk to you about something."
Newapartments.com AI.
Should we talk friendly apartments under 20?
Sure, here are those listings.
Any with dog parks?
Yes, these have on-site dog parks.
So Jasmine absolutely hates being picked up and going to bed, but today we're going to change that. I have the best way to defuse a literal ticking time bomb. Let me show you.
Wow, they are. Take them forever.
You need to calm down. Okay.
Ow. Why this take forever? Ow! To fry the chicken. I thought that's the best way. I don't understand. Maybe it's not meant to be like a really deep fry because I have the other one for fry the food. I think this is only for.
And just like that, I have successfully tamed the Jazz. I mean, just look at how calm she is.
Not only this isn't an issue, who cares, but how much money did you make on this case, as they want to ask my doctor? How much money did you make on this case?
That depends when I'm finished, but I mentioned earlier that I had spent 180 hours before coming to Plymouth.
How much money did you make on the case, Doctor? Simple.
Minus.
Well, it's not that simple, but I'm being paid at $300 an hour.
Okay, so how much money did you make on the case?
Well, $300 an hour times 180.
What's your last billing?
I've been billing monthly, sir.
Okay, you must know what the total billing is up to this point, don't you?
I actually have not added it up.
How about you just give us your best estimate, Doctor?
Well, let's see. Probably up to this point, it's been about $54,000.
$54,000. And it will be more, right? When we get finished with you today, right? It'll be more.
Yes.
Okay.
Look around, what can you find? This, that, oh me, oh my. Looky here, looky here. So far out here, cause I took it there. Looky here. Looky here.
Would you say that you're racist?
Not at all. No. Look at my dog. He's as black as can be.
Hi, I'm Sydney with Joy Painting, and I'm a Progressive commercial customer. I have a lot of specific needs.
No,
I haven't said anything.
you're about to.
You don't know that.
The United States had a black president for 8 years. The Confederate.
I don't think I'll ever be married, but
Don't
Good morning. Did you know the meningitis?
This is parent.
High school.
Let me get your time on. And you can go. Okay, so
What is Helen? Yes, we're an apparel company from Austin, Texas. We're really
اخبار فنيه غريبه كالعاده. ياسين احمد السقا بيهدد موقع صحفي نشر ان في اعلاميه شهيره هتتجوز في السر قريب رجل اعمال بعد طلاقها من نجم شهير. نازل قال ان دي اخبار غير صحيحه ومنشر الموقع اللي نشر، وقال اشاعات وهيتخذ ضدهم الاجراءات القانونيه، وان والدته واخته خط احمر. وبرده نفس الموقع نشر بعدها انه احمد السقا هيعقد قرانه برده بشكل خاص الايام الجايه. رامز جلال كان في حفله في الساحل وقابل لقاء الخميسي وعبد المنصف، وقال لعبد المنصف في حد يتجوز على القمر دي؟ قليل الادب. حد يسيب الزهره دي يسافر قول انا اسف، قول مش هعمل كده تاني، وراها رجاله يا قليل الادب. ولقاء وعبد المنصف كانوا بيضحكوا، ورامز اللي نشر الفيديو عنده. امال ماهر حصل معاه حاجه غريبه جدا، اتلغى لها حفلتين، واحده في تونس واحده في قبرص، ومديره اعمالها قالت ان هم ما تبلغوش بالغاء الحفلات دي وعرفوا زيهم زي الجمهور، وانه تم حذف الاعلان من على موقع التذاكر واعلان الحفل بدون ما يرجعوا لهم. وده حصل رغم انه الطرف الثاني كان عايز الحفله دي جدا، ومش اول مره تحصل مع امال ماهر، كذا مره يحصل الغاء حفله بدون ما يرجعوا لها والطرف الثاني بيختفي. هبه مجدي ظهرت في احتفاليه المولد النبوي الشريف امام الرئيس السيسي اللي دعا لها بالشفاء واطمن على حالتها الصحيه، وربنا يشفيها الفنانه الراقيه الجميله. الناقد الفني طارق الشناوي بيقول على صوت مصطفى كامل نشاز، وانه عمل حفله في الساحل محتاج مصطفى كامل نقيب الموسيقيين يحقق معاه، لانه بيهين الفن المصري او بيسوء سمعته بسبب النشاز اللي مصطفى كامل غناه. اعتزال مفاجئ للمغنيه السعوديه داليا مبارك، وقالت ان الفن اخذ كتير من صحتها وحالتها النفسيه. بيومي فؤاد بيعاني حاليا من ازمه صحيه وهي حزام ناري، وعنده بعض الاعراض بتاعه الحزام الناري، ربنا يشفيه ويعافيه.
Of all the tools we use, our most powerful tool is understanding what will make you feel something.
Oh, electric.
Wow.
Have you heard people in the Lindsay Clancy case say, oh, people from the courtroom said this, or there's people in the courtroom that mentioned this about the jurors, or there's someone in the courtroom that said this? Then this video is definitely for you. This is going to put all of that speculation to rest. Take a look at what the judge had to say wrapping up trial day 14 in the Lindsay Clancy case. Take a listen.
Constant people coming in and out. So you just want to remind everyone that there is a specific media order that's been issued on this case, and everybody is presumed to have reviewed it and agreed with it. So if there are any violations or problems with that, we'll have to deal with it. But I just kind of wanted to remind everybody, especially people who may have just come into the courtroom.
You heard it right there from the judge. So if you're hearing anyone spread on the public social media platforms or anything like that, that there's people in the courtroom saying X, and there's people in the courtroom saying Y and Z, just remember, there's typically a gag order with whatever happens in the courtroom to the media. It is still an active and ongoing order. Just remember that.
طريقة تلاعب جديدة، تعالوا أفضحهم وأقول لكم عنها. ما شاء الله شلون صالحتي مع إذنك متقدمة وكبيرة لقدام وباينة. أنا عندي نفس مشكلتك بس ماني عارفة كيف أتعامل معها. تشبهين اللي تشتغل عندي في البيت، بس أنتي ما شاء الله عليكي أحلى شوي. عندي نفس كشة وخشونة شعرك، بس كيف قدرتي تتعاملين مع شعرك؟ ما شاء الله عليك، لأنه عندي نفس الشيء. عندي نفس وجه الكورتيزول اللي عندك، ما شاء الله عليك. شلون قدرتي يعني تتصالحين مع القصة؟ لأنه عندي نفس الشيء. شلون تواجهين الناس بسيارتك هذه؟ أنا نفسك عندي سيارة مو أوكي صراحة، بس ما أعرف شلون. هذا النوع من أسوأ أنواع التلاعب العاطفي اللي يبغى يشككك إن فيك شيء من خلال إنه كأنه قاعد يمدحك ويقول لك برافو عليك وأنا أبغى منك نصيحة. هو ما يبغى نصيحة ولا يبغى يمدحك، هذا من أخبث الخبائث. شفت الخبث والخبائث؟ هذا هو هذا الشخص، هو جاي يشككك من تحت الطاولة من وراء الترلات، علشان أنت ما تقول لما تيجي تواجه تقول لا أنت قليل الأدب. يقول لك أنا ما كنت أدري إنك أنت ما تعرف إنه ما فيك هذا الشيء، أنا آسف أنا ما كنت أدري، ويشكيك زيادة. لما يجيك أحد بهذا الشكل على السوشيال ميديا ديليت، ولما يجيك في الواقع وبقت نفسك ما تسمعه وتمشي، أو تقدر تطلع تقول
قصدك اذنك كبيره؟ والله ما ادري، روح المختص يا اخي، والله انا مو مختص. هذول الناس الخط بليز انتبهوا منهم.
AI in healthcare sounds really exciting, but I also do have a lot of questions. Hers is building a new care experience where AI works alongside real providers and care teams to help women manage their health. So today I'm sitting down with Hers' chief medical officer to ask what this actually looks like in real life. So let's go meet Dr. Jessica Shepard. So Dr. Shepard, what was the experience patients were having that led to the development of this product?
The healthcare system is really stretched and doctors are overwhelmed. Patients need more access. So AI can carry some of that burden for clinicians, but also provide more resources for patients, decrease in the time and when they get care and how they get that care and access.
What role should an AI companion have, and then what should always stay with the healthcare provider?
AI really informs and clinicians decide. The person who is going to know the patient best or be able to relate to the patient best is the provider.
Okay, used responsibly, where could an AI companion be most helpful between appointments?
When we think of closing the space between visits, that's where AI is fast, it's responsive, and it's really available for a patient on their own timelines. As a woman, as a physician, I know that healthcare has historically asked women to adapt to a system that really wasn't built for them. And I believe that AI can help create a more continuous, personalized care experience and one that actually keeps the woman at the center.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jessica Shepard. It's been so fun to talk to you.
Here's an intelligence test for your cats. Take a ball, throw it into a tall box. The less times it takes them to figure out where it went, the smarter your cat is.
Here's number 4. I don't know what is number 4.
صادق.
Pure Leaf Zero Sugar. All the flavor, 0 calories. Time for Pure Leaf.
So the jury in the Lindsay Clancy trial, they are now deliberating. They started at 12:34 this afternoon. This is Wednesday, August 27th. 18 people were originally chosen, and today 6 alternates were picked at random. So the makeup of the jury is now 9 women and 3 men, and the 4-person chosen by the judge is a woman. Now those alternates are still going to stick around. They remain on duty in case a deliberating juror needs to leave for whatever reason. Now we requested a copy of the verdict slip but was denied. The judge in court indicated that jurors will have 3 slips for each victim, each child, and the options will be first-degree murder, not guilty due to lack of criminal responsibility. They can also choose second-degree murder or manslaughter. I'll be here at the courthouse watching for any jury questions and eventually a verdict.
Tomorrow. Oh my god, I thought it was today.
It's me. You're actually a nurse. I am. I went to school for it. I just never got my degree.
Hold on.
Because I wanted to be a streamer. Everyone peep the fit and say it's cute. Lacey, you're
This is
actually
not
a
good
nurse.
for-
I am.
Side of chicken. Just give it a listen.
Look, she just got her revenge. She mad as hell because she hungry.
Look at my beautiful ball of sunshine.
Hot.
Oh.
How was the event?
Open it.
How was the event?
What? Why are you not opening it?
Oh, I'll open it when
Hungry.
give me a good smile. No.
Okay.
No, that was not a real smile. I'll open it when you have a real smile. Real smile. Yeah, see? No, yeah, see? You have fun. You have fun. See? That's
I saw a video of this guy that said that all of his married friends have to initiate sex with their wives. Like 100% of the time they have to be the ones who initiate. And he was asking women, why do women do that? Why do you always wait for your man to initiate sex?
when you know how important that is to them. And okay, let me try to explain this without, I'm gonna try to explain this without offending anybody, without, you know what I'm saying, but actually just from a woman, just woman's perspective, woman's body, woman's mind. Women, sex being turned on really starts in the mind for a woman. A man is kind of always on go mode. They're always in the mood. They can, they don't have to have a mental stimulation before they're ready to go. A woman does. If a woman is stressed out, if a woman got too much on her mind, too much on her plate, she's tired.
Thank you.
She's not
Someone
gonna be in the
need
mood
to
for
say
that. I'm gonna
that.
be honest with y'all.
You guys
Sex for a
savage.
woman is not the pleasure level is not on par of what y'all experience as a man. A woman's pleasure with sex is just, for the most women don't even get orgasms every time. Like how many times can you actually say your woman actually got an orgasm from your sexual interaction? Probably, I'm pretty sure it's not every time. At least not in most cases. It's not, because she probably would look forward to it a lot more. But so when you combine all of that, you combine that her mind is not stimulated, she's stressed out.
All of these are excuses, and you want to know how I know that they're excuses, because she's
That's
partially
what I
right.
do. How
But
did
what I'm
you know
saying
that? And you
is,
say,
in most instances, is mental. The reason that I know that this is cap, and it's not cap
It's not
from
a cap.
her,
Again,
because
you
she
are fucking
actually
rude.
believes what she's saying, but it's cap in general, because a woman
why
in a
it's
lot of
not from you
instances
guys.
can bust it down for a real one. And the same night that they're not even mentally stimulated from somebody that they've never met before, that they seeing for the first time, they going all day, every day. And we are
I was
استعدوا
respecting like you, but
لمشهد
not the
سماوي
what you said.
استثنائي
I don't.
مساء الخميس 27 آب أغسطس. سماء الولايات المتحدة راح تشهد خسوف جزئي للقمر. هذا الشيء راح يحول
Negativity. It's been 30 minutes running only to get me these and not even whole fried. That's crazy. They're not even salted, but let me.
Like it was a gift from. Oh my God, I'm gonna start muting people. Nobody's excited.
One of the homeowners accused of cutting down a huge.
I've been using the new Drunk Elephant Camel Triple Peptide Cover Drops for the last few months, and after wearing them consistently, here's what I learned. First thing first, give it a good shake and start with one pump, because it goes a long way. So you know, the first thing I noticed right away is how beautifully it matched my complexion, and it also softened the look of my texture. It may not look like it, but my skin wasn't the smoothest when I filmed this, but it still gave me that natural finish. And on days when I want a little more coverage, I'll use 2 pumps. It perfects the complexion without looking heavy. On lighter makeup days, mix a little bit of camo with your moisturizer. It's going to give you the prettiest natural glow. The amino acid.
هذا فخ هذا فخ. في ناس عاش 20 سنة 25 سنة وهو في هذا الفخ ما طلع منه، خسر صحته، خسر وقته، خسر جهده، وفي هذا الفخ. أمك وأبوك تراهم زوجين قبل لا يكونون أم وأب لك. بمعنى بعض الشباب يقول يا أخي علاقة أمي وأبوي سيئة. طيب تقدر تسوي شيء بسيط، تقدر تصلح بينهم. يقول والله أكلمهم ودائما كل واحد يتكلم في الثاني، وأمي مثلا دائما تشوه سمعة أبوي عندي، وأبوي دائما يشتكي عندي من أمي. يا عزيزي أنت كذا بتدخل بين حجرين رحى بيطحنونك ويبقون حجرين الرحى زي ما هم. في أزواج قعدوا 40-50 سنة هم أزواجهم على ما هم عليه ما تغيروا، مليان أنطحن عيالهم. وفي أمهات وآباء، مثلا الأم توفى زوجها المؤذي لها، كانت دائما تشتكي لعيالها من أبوهم توفى الزوج، توفى الأب الشاي. قالوا الأبناء الحين الله خلاص بتعيش حياتها تنبسط. يلا يا أمي وش تبغين نسفر، تزورين صديقات، تشترين، تروحين، تجين، اللي تبغينه خلاص انبسطي. تطحن لين تطلع واحد من الأبناء نسخة الشايب اللي توفى. تحاول تسوي المشاكل إلين واحد فيهم يرضي عندها أو ياخذ هذا الدور اللي أنا دايم معاه في مشاكل وفي صدام في صراع لأنها تبرمجت. لذلك من بدري أمك وأبوك تراهم ماشيين على سيناريو أو ماشيين على
يعني نموذج معجبهم، حتى لو أنت تشوفه ما هو بزين. المشاكل اللي بينهم والصراعات اللي بينهم، جاك يفضفضون لك، جاك أم مثلا الأم تفضفض لبنتها، خليها تقول وتسولف. عندي شرطين في الفضفضة. الأول إن إذا بدأت تتغير نظرتك على الآخر، بديت أكره أبوي ولا بديت أكره أمي من كلام أبوي، لا هنا أوقف. جعلني فداك يوم، جعلني فداك أبوي، عندي بس مذاكرة، عندي أبغى أخلص كذا. هذا الشرط الأول. الشرط الثاني إنك أنت بديت تتعب نفسيا، بديت تشعر إن أنا خلاص.
So the best have them in an air fryer. I mean, sorry. I have there to deep fry. It's fast, like. But this one takes me 30 minutes only for a few, and now the other 30 minutes. So this is basically just like to give it a color a little bit, then you cook it. So I thought I'm trying to like make it more color. So I shouldn't do that. Next time I will do it in a deep fry there, then add it there. Unless if you just want like a little color before you cook. Then I'm gonna like take off some of this oil because there's a lot of oil. I'm not gonna mix that too much oil with the soup. Let me ask Gemini. Let's ask me Gemini. Definitely I'm doing laundry today. I need to do laundry. After I cook, take a quick rest, and I'll do my laundry. Then I'll back to life again, working on my products and stuff. Definitely, after I done that, straight, I'll take shower right away. I'm glad I didn't do the laundry. So with all this oil, everything, because usually I don't use oil, but with this oil, yeah, definitely I have to wash my hair, wash everything. All this outfit need to go, and then definitely go downstairs for laundry. See, that's why I don't like cook. I know how to cook sometimes, but the cooking, you have to clean too much, have to wash too much dishes, and so much time in the kitchen, and you waste in electricity, you waste in water, you waste in the garbage. Imagine if you do all that, you pay for it, and then you pay for waste. Imagine if your stove on gas, you pay for gas, then you pay for trash on the cycle, and then you pay for grocery. To get the dish, probably you make it good, or maybe you make it not. And most of the time when I cook, I don't like to eat my own food, because when I smell the food, I don't like to eat it anymore. So usually sometimes when I cook, just cook and leave it. You eat it way later, or I eat it next day. I just can't. It's just the smell of food. When I cook it, I can't. I feel bad for my mom, how she was like cook for all the big family and then eat. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna wash all these towels, wash all these, the kitchen rags, all that, and then I'll back live again for working on products and stuff, or skincare probably, and we go from there. Or maybe no, talk about a few products. Let me ask Gemini. Oh, hold on. Whoa.
Hello.
Gemini, I have chicken, and I have, I'll open the camera for you, hold on. Here. I have chicken, I already fried it, and I have this like the green beans and carrot. And I want to make them soup in the air fryer. What do you suggest for me to do? And I don't have the other, like I don't have more vegetables and fruit. What should I do?
Instead of the air fryer, you'll need a pot on the stove to make soup. You
Sorry,
can
not
use
the
the
air
chicken,
fryer,
carrots,
Gemini.
and peas you have. And if you have an onion and garlic, those will add great flavor. Just simmer everything in some water or chicken broth until the vegetables are cooked through.
Gemini, it's a mistake. I shouldn't say air fryer. I should say that instant pot. What's called that? The instant pot.
That's an instant pot. For your soup, add the fried chicken and vegetables, plus some water or broth and seasonings into the pot. You can pressure cook it for a short time to blend the flavors.
So, okay, but there is another name for it, the instant pot?
People also call it a pressure cooker or an electric pressure cooker.
Pressure cooker, yes, that's right. So what I did, I put oil and I used the satay and I fried the chicken with no salt, with no spices, just as itself. Just washed it and I fried it with the oil. And then after I take all the chicken out of it, then do you recommend me to fry the peas and the carrot as well, or no, with the same oil?
You don't need to fry the peas and carrots. You can add them to the pot with the chicken broth or water after you finish sauteing the chicken to keep them from getting too soft.
Okay, so I will take the oil out of the pot, right? Because I don't need too much oil in my soup. Then I'm gonna add the chicken and the carrot and the peas all in the pressure cooker, and I have a dry tomato, dry pepper, a dry spinach, a dry onion, and powdered garlic and other spices. So you want me to add all these spices and then add water, and then what should I do?
Yes, add the chicken, peas, carrots, and all those spices and dry ingredients to the pot. Pour in the water or broth, secure the lid, and cook on high pressure for about 10 minutes to let the flavors blend. After cooking, let the pressure release.
I don't have a broth, unfortunately.
No problem at all. Water works perfectly fine, especially with all those flavorful dry ingredients you're adding. After you've let the pressure release, taste the soup and adjust the seasoning if needed.
You say only 10 minutes, right?
Yes, 10 minutes at high pressure is a good baseline. Once the timer goes off, allow for a natural pressure release for another 10 minutes.
And you recommend me to take the left of the oil out of the pot, right? You recommend me to take that left of the oil out of the pot? Gemini. And also you recommend me to take the oil out of the pot before I put the vegetables and put the chicken again, right?
Yes, removing the extra oil is a good idea to keep the soup from getting too greasy. Once that's done, you're ready to add your chicken, vegetables, spices, and water to the pot.
Okay.
No surprises. What should I do? We've been together for almost 2 years.
While rare, college students were
What happens when an anxious and avoidant both go silent on each other? When an anxious and avoidant...
Kevin Reddington just cross-examined the prosecution's final witness. Yes, you heard that right. The final witness, which means the prosecution has rested. I'll get into that in my next video, but let's go over what happened on day 14 in the Lindsay Clancy trial in the morning. And once again, the testimony became a whole lot more defenseless when the defense started questioning. The prosecution called Ian Whiffen from Celebrite, and if you don't know what Celebrite is, it is like the Bible to reading data on a cell phone. He also testified in the Karen Reed trials. I know, let's not get ahead of ourselves. He walked the jury through Lindsay Clancy's cell phone and her Apple Watch data from January 24th, heart rate, steps, flight of stairs, phone calls, device activity, basically trying to create a digital footprint of what Lindsay was doing that day. And then Big Red got up and started picking apart exactly how unprecise that system actually is. First problem, the heart rate data, it came from the Apple Watch. Yes, you know, the Apple Watch we've all been waiting for. But the step information could come from both the Apple Watch or the iPhone. And Reddington established that the watch stopped recording at around 5:23 p.m. and essentially went black around 5:38 p.m. He called it a blackout. The expert whiff and he agreed there's no reason to understand why it just stopped recording. Was it turned off? Did the battery die? We don't know, but what we do know is that timestamps don't automatically tell you who was doing it, why they were doing it, when they were doing it, what was happening mentally while they were doing it. So after nearly 70 prosecution witnesses, their final witness that was supposed to be the expert among experts left us with something that was definitive. Well, until Kevin Reddington started asking questions. And then immediately after, the prosecution rested its case. I don't have words. Now the defense gets its turn. This is where it's really gonna be a different story.
Hi, I'm Chelsea, a mom of 3, and I'm partnering with Supernus Pharmaceuticals and Biogen on Raising Yellow Flags to share my experience with postpartum depression, or PPD. This May, in honor of Maternal Mental Health Awareness Month, I'm continuing to share my experience with PPD. I remember thinking something felt off, but I thought everything I was feeling was just what moms go through. As time went on, I started to feel worse. I was sad more than I was happy. I lost interest in things I used to enjoy. And the worst part was that I felt hopeless and like I was failing my kids. At the time, I didn't realize what I was feeling were the signs and symptoms of PPD. Even though I didn't experience this previously, I kept telling myself, this is motherhood. So I went to see my doctor to make sure everything was okay. I remember she asked me simple questions like, are you losing interest in activities or hobbies you used to enjoy? Do you have feelings of hopelessness? Are you overwhelmed by your feelings? I answered yes to more of them than I expected. We discussed my answers and my doctor explained that these were some of the signs and symptoms of PPD. PPD wasn't even on my radar because it wasn't something I experienced after my first 2 babies. But what I want you to know is that every postpartum experience is different. If you don't feel like yourself, trust your gut. Talk to your healthcare team and lean on your community for support. Follow Raising Yellow Flags for more information and resources about PPD and speak to your healthcare team.
Guys, the moon is turning red tonight. I'm meteorologist Todd Gross, and I am not kidding around. As soon as it gets dark tonight in North America, you'll start to see the moon disappearing. That's because of the lunar eclipse. In fact, it's a nearly total lunar eclipse, which looks like that typical blood red color that it turns. There'll be a little bit of brightness on the rim of the moon indeed, but it will turn that color. Now, it starts out by being virtually erased just a little bit on the edge. That happens at a specific time tonight. Let me go over those times. All right, so here's your chart. It will be at its maximum at 12:12 a.m. in the morning. That is Eastern time. Now, that means 11:12 Central Time, 10:12 Mountain Time, and 9:12 Pacific. But on the East Coast, through Central and even Mountain, you'll be able to see the beginning of this when the moon is actually in that sort of disappearing stage. And that will start 90 minutes prior to it being at its maximum. You'll be looking in the southeastern sky, the east to the southeast, and then it'll be rising up into the southeast. Fairly high in the sky, as a matter of fact, on the East Coast. It'll be a little bit lower when you get out in the nation's midsection. In Alaska, the maximum happens at 8:12 p.m. There, of course, it will still be pretty much light, so it'll be hard to really find the moon.
Because now the whole apartment smell. My bed smell, everything smell. I don't have doors to lock the kitchen. Ow! I burned myself with the oil. Ouch! On my chest, on my arm, my glasses. It's too much. Ay. Chest hurts. This oil keep jumping on me. On my chest. Also, I think if I can add this kind of like these to it too. I wish if I washed it earlier. Make it like Ah! Perfecto. The oil is all of my glasses. Take a picture. Here we go. Let me.
King of Alaska, up north.
Like,
Furnishing a new.
الكسالى هم اللي عندهم حظ ترى. أختصر لك الموضوع. يعني الكسالى الوسخين اللي ما يسوون شيء ويقطون مسؤولياتهم عن الناس هم اللي عندهم حظ. بقول لك شيء بحسب دراسات عديدة من جامعات أوكي ومن أخصائيين وأطباء وناس كثيرة تقدرين تبحثين. هذه الدراسات تقول بأن الحظ موجود في كل مكان، وأن الأشخاص اللي في دائرة الراحة اللي أنت تقولين إنهم كسولين وما يتحركون هم المحظوظين. بقول لك أن الأشخاص الذين يخرجون من منطقة الراحة هم الأكثر حظاً. الأشخاص اللي يتطورون يطلعون يروحون يجون، وما أتكلم يروحون يجون يقعدون بس في كوفي شوب، لا أنا أتكلم يروحون إيفنتات، يروحون معارض، يروحون ياخذون دورات، يروحون مثلا يسافرون، يعني لهم خروج من منطقة راحة. هذول الناس في الغالب هما اللي عندهم حظوظ أكثر. ليش؟ لأنه في شيء سووه خارق؟ لا، لأنهم ما تموا في نفس المكان ونفس المشاعر. لذلك الكسلانة اللي في بيتها، اللي ما تتحرك، اللي ما تطور، اللي ما تشتغل، وين يا ماما عندها حظ؟ جيبي لي مثال واحد لوحدة قاعدة في بيتها لا تتحرك عندها حظ، إلا إذا كانت جميلة الجميلات فحظها يأتي من خلال جمالها، إلا إذا كانت أصلا ثرية الثريات حظها يأتي من خلال ثرائها. فالسؤال هل أنت تملك مميزات للحظ؟ فبقول لك فيها نسبة وتناسب، فيها نسبة وتناسب، لكن ديننا الإسلام يقول النظافة من الإيمان، مهم إنه أنا أتنظف. أما أنا قاعد وسخة في بيتي في مكاني مش بس للحظ، لك أنتي لأنوثتك للدين، هذا شيء كثير مهم. فلذلك الناس المحظوظين هم الناس اللي عندهم حركة في حياتهم، ولكن حركة متناغمة معاهم. إذا حابة تتعلمين أكثر عن الحظ والاستحقاق، عندي مادة رائعة من أول المواد اللي جمعت ما بين الحظ والاستحقاق. أي تسجيل فيها في الموقع الإلكتروني في البايو ثم في المواد ثم في الصفحة الثانية.
So he stated that he wants to see her in the facility that she's been in because that's where she needs to be. But that because he feels that that's...
Hello, everybody. I am here at the DNC. And they were nice enough.
L'Oreal, what have you done? If you've watched my videos for a while, you know how picky I am about fragrances in my beauty products. And I have to say, L'Oreal makes some of my favorite hair care fragrances of all time. So I was so excited when I saw that they were launching Everpure hair fragrances. And I'm partnering up with them today to tell you all about them. Unlike some perfumes that might make your hair feel a little dry and crunchy, these were formulated with conditioning ingredients to help to soften and add shine while they deliver that fragrance. But they were also formulated to spray out as a fine, weightless, fast-drying mist. So you can reapply them whenever you want without having to worry about it messing up your hairstyle. Sparkling Rose has notes of grapefruit, apricot, rose nectar, peony, and sandalwood. It's sensual, but also sparkly and bright. It's like the ultimate feminine fragrance. Glazed Honey is a sweet, creamy, indulgent fragrance. It has notes of juicy pear, orange, honey, solar flowers, vanilla cream, and golden amber. It smells like summer in a bottle. Citrus Spritz has notes of citrus zest, apple, neroli, osmanthus, and cedarwood. It's fresh, it's crisp, it's a little earthy.
All. Whoa, what did I do?
My name is...
فلوج تاني يوم حفلة BTS. يعني this is fun. فلوج تاني يوم حفلة BTS. يعني أنا صح متسرعة بس مو كذا. تخيل إنه أنا تاني يوم ما كنت ناوي أروح بس كنت. This is fun.
We have an eclipse.
Back to Tom Petty. I don't think women...
Hey,
Nothing fun? Come on.
not touching.
Running is.
Next level.
Are you about to make it? Babe, I can do it.
I'll add the chicken.
I love you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. He's so sweet. But it absolutely does not point.
Doesn't hurt me. I'm more of a Lost Mary kind of gal.
Wow, that's a lot of
Strawberry. Lost Mary Turbo Strawberry Plus.
That's a lot of peas
Like put her face up against put her face up against the glass there, and I spit in my hand, and then like went down there and kind of like.
That's how the whole.
What?
Get rid of them.
See you.
Get rid of them. Por favor, get rid of them.
Alright, let me see how much I can add.
No, legit.
Well, I add it all. Come on. I don't have anything else to cook with it. It's gonna be a lot, by the way.
My coworkers are some of the best smelling girls I've ever met. And
all the
literally
time I
every
get
day,
copyright.
I ask them what they're wearing, and they say, "Girl, it's still Tropic Glow from Tree Hut." So I figured enough is enough. It's my time to shine, literally, and I have to try this too. See, that's exactly what I was looking for. The name Tropic Glow would suggest to you that this is really fruity, maybe a little pineapple, mango, pina colada moment. No, the scent is like sunshine. It's like almond. There's a delicious creamy sandalwood and amber with a little bit of caramel. It literally just smells golden. And as a gal who is very prone to KB and strawberry skin, I am picky with.
Stop buying perfumes that smell like straight up alcohol. If people aren't asking you why do you smell so good, then you're wearing the wrong scent.
The woman that was caught smiling and winking on camera during the Lindsay Clancy trial has just been dropped by Vanity Fair. So you probably saw this woman yesterday going viral for smiling and winking while the camera panned to people in the audience during the Lindsay Clancy trial. Now, she was there as a reporter for Vanity Fair and proceeded to crash out on IG last night after Vanity Fair took her credentials away. And it wasn't only her. These other women, as you can see, were all trying to smile and be on camera because they're excited and laughing about the Lindsay Clancy trial. This woman, Brittany Romano, even started to send people voice messages threatening to sue them because of what they were saying about her. And when somebody asked her while she was smiling and winking, her first excuse was that she wanted to make sure she didn't have spinach in her teeth like she did last week. And her other excuse was that her dad said when he saw her on court TV that she wasn't smiling. She looked mad. And the kicker of this whole thing, this is her. That's Lindsay Clancy. They grew up together. This woman grew up with Lindsay Clancy, gets to be in the audience to write an unbiased article about what's going on, and is laughing and winking after Lindsay Clancy unalived her children.
Now that we finally bought our forever home, I've learned there are
Not
two kinds
yet.
of home
Why do you
essentials.
say she did
Ones
it?
make
They're
your house
working on it
look
this
put
thing.
together,
She's gonna
you
say
know,
no.
the
Come on,
fancy
dude.
candles, the aesthetic bar
A lot of
stools,
people
the
they say
nice
stop
pillows,
love her husband, so
and then
we're
the
not
things that
sure
actually
yet
make a
what's going
difference.
on.
Like the things that keep you from walking into your house and saying,
So people
oh,
say
damn.
the husband, the new wife of the husband, they all look suspicious. I know.
With 3
They didn't
kids,
do a full
school bags,
investigation,
laundry
but come
constantly
on.
running, and Texas humidity doing what it does best, certain spaces in our home started smelling a little damp. That's why the Damp Rid moisture absorbers are one of my non-negotiables. I hang them in the closets, keep them in the laundry room, bathrooms, basically anywhere moisture likes to show up. Just leave it out in space where you encounter a damp, musty smell, and over time, Damp Rid will trap the excess moisture and causes an unpleasant odor. You can
That's
literally
about the
see them
cooking.
working, and that's the best part.
Forever,
Is you
but
just
if
sit
you
on and
order
forget them. Protecting the fresh
you
vibes
get
in this
that
house is a
soup in
must, but thankfully,
a few
musty
minutes,
smells are no longer
you
my
eat
problem.
it,
Get rid of the
you throw the bag, and that's
by
it.
shopping Damp Rid
Back
on
to your
Amazon
work.
or
Back
through
to
the link in my bio.
Spending the whole day here. What are you doing?
looky here. Looky here.
You've seen the photograph. Dolly Parton in white, 50 years married, standing beside the man almost no American ever saw. The perfect country love story. Except the groom in that picture had been to about one concert in 6 decades. Her record label ordered her not to marry him. She drove to Georgia anyway, told nobody, brought only her mother. Then came the hysterectomy, 18 months of collapse, a loaded gun, and by her own admission, another man. Everything you believe about Carl Dean came from one witness. She's the one who decided what survived. It began at a laundromat. Start with the picture, because the picture is the entire problem. In 2016, for their 50th anniversary, Dolly and Carl Dean renewed their vows in a small ceremony and released the images to the world. She wore a white gown. He wore a tuxedo and looked, frankly, like a man being processed through a formality. Dolly has said in multiple interviews that he wasn't enthusiastic about it, that she talked him into it, that the whole thing was more her idea than his. That's her account, and her account is all we have, because Carl Dean never gave a substantive interview in his life. Not one sit-down, not one profile. 58 years married to the most photographed woman in country music, and the man produced a public record you could fit on an index card. Now hold that photograph next to a piece of paper filed in Catoosa County, Georgia. May 30th, 1966. Ringgold, Georgia. A marriage license for Dolly Rebecca Parton, 20, and Carl Thomas Dean, 23. No press, no label executives, no industry friends. Her mother, Avie Lee, was there. A Baptist preacher performed it in his study. And the reason they were in Georgia at all is that Tennessee required a waiting period, and Georgia didn't.
When this is gonna
Ringgold
cook,
was where you went when you didn't want to.
when this is gonna cook, I close the cook. I'm gonna end the live. I'll take shower. Take all these clothes, everything, all these towels, everything I have, all my beds, everything. I wanna wash the whole house. Now, even my beds smell. Well, I was planning to wash my beds anyhow, but I was not planning to wash everything. Now I have to wash everything. Because that smell of the oil and everything is covered the whole house. Like my whole apartment now smell, ugh. I did a mistake. I should close the closet door. Alright. So now, beside all that, I'm gonna add a little of everything. I will add a little of onion. What is that? Here. Chopped onion, since I don't have real onion. So 1 spoon maybe. Well, I like onion. 2, 3, 4 spoons of onion. Well, maybe more. Onion with chicken. Beautiful. Love it. Second going to be tomato flakes. Not much because I like it to be more. I'll add 1 and 2 because I like it more yellow, but the carrot is gonna make it have a color in it. And this one, the bell pepper green, I'll add just 2. Again, I don't want too much colors. Actually 1, because it smells different. I don't want my chicken soup. And soup mix. That's probably all I need. I have all the mix. I have 1, I have 2, I have 3, and I have 4. Wow, the soup mix. And maybe Spanish, maybe not. I don't know. I'll add just a little bit. Actually, half a spoon. All right. Now, talking about other spices. So here, talking about is it here say dried tomato, California ground. Oh, little bit because I'm not familiar with it. gonna add black pepper. Gonna add what is that here? I'm gonna add the white pepper. I'm going to add this kind of one is called lime molido. I don't know what they call that. From DK, from Arabic store. Gonna add some ginger. I don't know if you can see. Whoa, here. I'm like, where's the can't see everything? Here we go. Some ginger. And a little garlic. I have a garlic powder here. Well, there we go. And I will add chicken flavor broth mix. There we go. Also going to add a full pack of, where's this one? What is this saying? What's this one? Well, I'll add this one. Even they say it was a seafood, but I like the turmeric and spice part of it. There we go, all of it. Bam! I'm gonna add them because I don't want them to go waste. I don't know, there are a lot. Well, it is what it is because I don't want them to go waste because I'm not gonna eat them, to be honest. And they are so close to be waste. Well, no matter what it's gonna look like, it's the end of the day is the chicken, vegetables, more flavors, spices and all that. What else I need to add? Oh, spice. There we go. What else? I need curry. Here we go. Let's get the curry. This is the chicken yellow. Barbecue. That's too hot. That's too spicy. That's a little spicy. I don't want to add too much. Hold on. Well, paprika. No. Smell, no. What about this one? Not really, but just I'm gonna add just. That's it. And I'm gonna add one of them. One black, one yellow. I'm gonna wash them, cut them. My soup will be ready. Hold on. So I have to wash them, cut them, take the thing inside because it's too spicy.
Wait.
What has it right to me?
Did you mean? Let's talk photo editing. If you have pet double tapping,
Why can't
you need to go find. Completely forgot how bad this is your friendly. Don't say. Go to. You're not from Mexico. Yes, I am. No, you're not. I look full. You're not from freaking Mexico, and I'm not gonna keep telling you that. You look white.
No, I don't.
You don't look dark.
Stop! Don't say that to me.
You're not dark.
Stop!
You don't even have the little
Hollyweird is real.
That you two have made giving back a key part of your lives. So, hey, when you had the first one, can I have it? Because that is going to be one special baby. You know, the mission of the Dollywood Foundation is to dream more, care more, learn more, and be more.
In that last clip, we see it. Okay, Honda,
When you ask your man to cook for you and he makes you what you want. Babe, I can do it. I love you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. He's so sweet. Something where you're like admitting but you're not admitting, and then you can be pled down by not guilty. But the thing is, you guys, I watched that whole trial.
فادي ايش قد محتاجه؟ للي باقي شنو جاب؟
وفينا هسه يوم جديد، هسه احنا يوم بيوم.
ايه اليوم ايش قد محتاج الايجار؟
احنا اليوم $85 باليوم.
محتاجه ب $85 حبايب قلبي. اللي عنده كاش اب، اللي عنده باي بال، اللي عنده زال اسمه؟
لا محمود ولد اسمه محمود خطية، دز ودفعت كل شيء ووفيت كل شيء خطية عزل.
حبيبي جوني.
ما
تابعتك جوني، اتمنى تاخذ ان شاء الله، اتمنى تحكم. يضحك جوني، اتمنى
وساعد الصبح.
انت هاني بالسويد هنا المساعدة $50 يعني ما تكفي شهر كامل حبايب قلبي. $50 انا احكي لك السويد بس ايجارك عشرة ولازم
نوقف ودفعت الدين مالتي والحمد لله والشكر. هسه احنا محتاجين يوم بيوم، او اذا
يوم محتاج $85
باليوم، اي او اذا تريدون ندفع مثلا من الاسبوع بكيفكم.
If your skin looks like this, but you want it to look like this, without invasive procedures, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Henna, and I'm an employee at Dermalogica, and I see a lot of before and afters, but this one had my jaw on the floor. This is Phytonature E Squared, and it is a daily regenerative leave balm that uses enzymes and exosomes to help accelerate skin's natural cellular renewal process, giving you results like this in just 2 weeks. It works for mature and premature aging skin, but really it's great for anyone that's looking to resurface for brighter looking skin and diminish the look of fine lines and wrinkles, all while improving natural regeneration by 86%. And for all my corporate brothers and sisters, that includes reducing fine lines caused by tech neck. So if you're looking for solutions that don't involve invasive procedures, I highly recommend trying Phytonature E Squared.
Some of the best trips aren't just about where you go, they're about how you're made to feel. This stay is in partnership with Lexus, and they invited us to experience Ambiance Sedona, one of their Destinations by Lexus properties. It's one of the ways Lexus extends the ownership experience beyond the drive, and after spending a few days here, I completely understood why. From the moment we arrived, there was a welcome gift waiting in our room, and every evening we come back to turn down service with everything reset for a cozy evening. Our morning started with breakfast overlooking Sedona's red rocks before heading out to exploring the hiking trails right on the property. Afternoons were spent by the pool, relaxing in the sauna, and simply enjoying having nowhere else to be. We even got to experience Sedona on a guided Jeep tour, which gave us an entirely new perspective of the incredible Red Rock landscape. One of my favorite memories was taking the Lexus LC500 through Sedona. Cruising through the red rocks with the top down and stopping at scenic overlooks made exploring just as memorable as the destination itself. I also loved having access to the Lexus house.
Let's dive into it. Okay, one more thing that I just want to keep talking about for a second because my other video I had to cut it off, is that every single expert witness that has gotten up and talked for the prosecution, everybody has said, I know this because Pat told me. I know this because Patrick told me. I know this because Patrick told me. Dr. Gregory Sathoff said that old Patty Boy is the one who told him that there were crushed pills and lemonade on Lindsay Clancy's nightstand. Odd, because Lindsay never said that or told the doctor that. How did Patrick know there were pills in the lemonade if he never walked into the room and only took 1 or 2 steps inside the room? How did he see inside the cup at all? The cup was all the way on the other side of the room on the nightstand. The room he never fully entered. And why is every hired professional doctor's testimony based on Patrick told me? This is a fuck-ass investigation. Excuse my French. I think we can all agree on that, right? Maybe. There was no investigating. How do you search a vehicle and you don't find a bag, a gallon Ziploc bag of pills?
but you searched the vehicle. With what? Your eyes closed? How did you search a vehicle and you missed a gallon-sized Ziploc bag filled with pill vials? I want to know who was searching that car. Because how did you miss that? That's not a search. Is that also how we searched the house? Did the same person that searched the car search the house? Because I got a problem with that. I have a big problem with people missing an entire gallon Ziploc bag filled with pills in a husband's car with someone else's name on every single pill vial. And if they were controlled, he shouldn't have had them in his possession. So what kind of fuckery is this? And he also said that they rarely had lemonade in the house. So why would he assume that Lindsay had lemonade in her cup?
Whoa.
I have a cup on me at all times. All times I have a cup on me. My big old Stanley right now. It's everywhere I go. I've got a cup in each bedroom. I've got a cup at work. I have a cup. I have to have a cup with ice water. Anybody that knows me knows what's in my cup. It's ice water. It's always ice water. That's what is in my cup because I'm OCD and I can't put anything inside of my cups except ice water. I can't mix drinks in my cups that I use for water. So why would you assume? You wouldn't assume that I had lemonade in my cup because I don't typically drink lemonade. And if I have lemonade in the house, it's because I have children and my kids enjoy lemonade.
Oh, that's okay.
So why would Patrick be like, oh, there was lemonade in the cup, but we didn't typically have lemonade in the house? Well, when you did have lemonade in the house, who was it for? Was it for the children? Or was it for Lindsay? Did Lindsay love lemonade? I'm just throwing the stuff out there, but it's not.
Cook. Soup.
I really have a problem with Patrick told me. It came from Patrick.
I don't like that.
I really want to hear the 911 call. Because if she said basement, I'm going to hear some version of basement. Right? We're going to hear basement. We're going to hear some grumbling. We're going to know that she said basement if we listen to this 911 call, right? I don't know why my green screen keeps cutting out, stupid TikTok. And I'm still having a problem with the placement of this knife because someone that is right-handed doesn't put a knife down like this. I'm sorry. They just don't. They just don't put the knife down like that. They don't knock the blade on the table and then lay it down the opposite way that their hand would lay the knife down. It's a left-handed person that looks like put that knife down. But again, that's just me throwing things out there. Maybe we can chalk it all up to she wasn't really trying to unalive herself. She was just making it look like she wanted to unalive herself. I'm throwing everything out there. So maybe, let's say Patty Pat is completely innocent. He has absolutely nothing to do with anything. He wasn't having an affair. He was being the most perfect husband. He was super supportive. He was supporting her mental health journey. He was helping take care of the kids. He wasn't going on trips. He wasn't going to brunch. He was at home diligently helping his wife take care of their family. And Lindsay wanted to do this to make it look like she wanted to take her own life. So she did 3 different things that she knew none of would work. That doesn't make any sense either, because she didn't want to leave her children behind. She did not want to leave her children. The only kind of motive that prosecution has kind of skimmed over is that she didn't want her children to be without her. So again, I'm just curious about the super failed attempts. And if she was hesitant when she was cutting herself, that would lead you to believe that she knew what she was doing. She knew that by cutting her wrist and her throat, she would bleed to the point of death. But you have to make those cuts deep enough. So did she want it to just look like she had tried? Who knows? I don't think that. I don't think that at all. It's just a theory. But it definitely doesn't add up to me. Because if I wanted to take my life, I would know how to successfully take my life, or at least make an attempt to successfully take my life. I wouldn't take 600 milligrams of Seroquel and think that that was going to do the trick. And I most certainly wouldn't bounce out of a second-story window.
Smell it.
But that's neither here nor there. It's just the little details that when you think about them long and hard, you're like, huh? But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments.
User spike on your stress level? With Azure, auto-scaling keeps performance steady. So even when demand surges, you don't break a sweat.
عندي سؤال. هو انا لما بدي ده هو بيضرب عندي ايه كعلاج كيماوي؟ يعني العلاج الكيماوي بيخش يضرب ايه؟ بيضرب كل الخلايا سريعة التكاثر. تاني يعني انا دلوقتي بخش انا كماده كيميائيه بتديهاني من بره كعلاج كيماوي يعني زي انت بتقول عليه، ما بيدورش على خلايا لابسه طاقيه اسمها سرطان زي ما انت عرفتني الكلام ده. لا، هو بيدور على اي خلايا سريعه التكاثر. طب ليه يا دكتور ضياء بيدور عليها؟ لان من ضمن صفات الاورام اللي احنا اكتشفناها حاجتين، هي خلايا ذاتيه عاديه بس لما جت تتحول بقت تحت الميكروسكوب بقت دنس كروماتين. يعني ايه دنس كروماتين؟ يعني نواتها بقت غامقه قوي، فالدي ان ايه بتاعها بقى باين تحت الميكروسكوب غامق. تاني حاجه شكلها مش شبه بعض، مش شبه الخليه الاصليه اللي طلعت منها. تالت حاجه الخلايا نفسها مش متناسقه مع بعض في نفس الشكل، يعني مش عاملين نسيج متناسق زي ما انت متخيله. رقم 4 سريعه التكاثر لا تموت. فبالتالي قال لك خلاص انا هقوم هدي دواء يقتل كل الخلايا سريعه التكاثر. عشان كده اول ما بتاخد كيماوي تلاقي العيان شعره وقع وحواجبه وقعت ومش وقعت وخلايا امعاء وقعت وجلده بدا يتاثر. ليه؟ عشان دول اكتر خلايا سريعه التكاثر. ولو ست يقول لها مش هتخلفي، ولو راجل يقول له انت مش هتخلف لان برضه دي خلايا سريعه التكاثر. يبقى حضرتك دلوقتي عشان خاطر معلش انا اسف، انت صرصار لو هو ماشي على الارض هترش عليه مبيد حشر. مش بس جمهوريه واضرب استنى بس، ده انا هقول لك انقع. انا بقى كنت نايم وفاتح بقي وبلعته، هترش لي مبيد حشر ببطني عشان تموت الصرصار؟ ده سؤال يعني بديهي. هشرب ميه نار عشان الصرصار في بطني؟ يا عم لله، ده حتى كمان ده انفيتر كمان، مستعمل خارجي داخل من بره، صح ولا مش صح؟ ما بالك بخليه ذاتيه هي اتحورت. انت ما سالتش نفسك السؤال هو اتحورت ليه؟ بس انت اتعاملت معاها معامله سو اجريسيف وبعدين بدات توهم العيان. اصل وانا بشيل الورم من صدرك وقعت منه حته فقامت عامله ورم تاني. يخرب بيتك، انت عملت كده ازاي؟ يعني انت اقنعتها ازاي بالاقناع ده؟ اصل احنا بنشيل عملنا سيفتي مارجن. يعني ايه سيفتي مارجن؟ يعني هو مثلا عامل ورم في الكبد
شيل حته زياده
فيقوم عامل حته كمان نص ملي ولا 2 ملي حواليها قلب يقور. طب باشا، طب هو بيرجع تاني. ده انت كده ما رجعتش بقى للمنشأ الاصلي. طب الدراسات الجديده تقول لك ايه؟ احنا عندنا كلنا الجين لتكوين الكانسر سيلز، ده لو سميناها كانسر سيلز يعني كلنا عندنا الجين ده.
صحيح.
طب ايه اللي بيخليه يطلع في حاجه في ناس وناس ما يطلعش، او يتاخر يطلع بدري في ناس وناس يتاخر في الطلوع؟ ده رقم 1. ده سؤال ما انا عايز اجابات من عندهم. خلي بالك انا نظريتي لما بنيتها هي مبنيه على استفسارات. طالما انت حضرتك حطيت بروتوكول علاج يبقى المفروض تكون انت عرفت الكوز، ما يبقاش اول حاجه في عنوان المرض unknown كوز ورصص لي بعديها 15 صفحه علاج، يبقى انت بتهبل. يعني مثال، انت الضغط الدم العالي، وعشان خاطر نبيل بيحب الدراسات هو قوي، هتلاقي اول حاجه في الضغط الدم العالي ما هو مقسمين لك الضغط الدم ده مايلد ولا مودريت ولا سيفير، من 130 ل 190 على 90 مش عارف ل 140 على 195 ده مايلد، ده بسيط.
Guess what? It's 555, right?
180 على 110 يا باشا، انت قسمتهم القرايات دي.
Whoa, it's 555, angel number. Let's make a wish. And my food cooking too. Ya Rab, Ya Rab, Ya Rab. All right, let's go. Take that, put it back. Take that, put it back. Leave the kitchen. What did I drop? Something dropped on me. I heard something drop. Whoa! The doll. How did the doll drop? Oh, because of that smoke. Gosh. Oh, because the way I moved that curtain. It did move. Okay. And then the steam kind of charging all of them. Hey, go get that on charge. With these guys. Should disinfectant. All right. Suppose this cloth meant to be. Oh, look at that. It's bloody. Meant to be for alcohol swipe. Have it here. Get this microphone. This one. Get the dirt. I'm not sure if it's alcohol swipe is a good way or not, but I already did it, I guess. Hey, oh. Let's air dry a little bit. This one, the oil. This microphone, I'll set it too. Clean that too as well. Perfect. Like this from outside, out, and also this phone too. Whoa. Whoa. And now swipe it. Oh, look at that. Why is it like this? I don't know, the steams and everything is there. I'll disinfect the pen as well. Let me clean the lens. The lens all clean. The screen all clean. Especially that because sometimes when I record, this one will show me that's blurry. Okay, now I can charge it. Okay, now I can go get the other. That's it. Okay, my purse, and I have this one. This one already dry, I'm sure. Oh, I shouldn't blow air because the bacteria come from the mouth as well. Boom. They are charging. I'm gonna put them there to go charge. And this one, I want to disinfect that pen. This one, and disinfect the pen here. And this one, no. Yeah. There you go. The third pen. Oh. Alright, third one. Boom. This one going to be for this one. The screen I'm in it right now. Well, it's hard. Because this is gonna